stream setup. Usually I've got it all the way done by now.
Yeah, slacker.
Yeah, I know. Slacking
Right.
off, man. Slacking off all the time. Just a slacker.
Remember, we might actually have a viewer, so we got to check and see if Mad Metal Man shows up again.
Oh yeah, we gotta keep on top of
Remember,
that.
we might actually have a viewer, so we got to check and see if Mad Metal Man shows
I
up
actually
again.
felt bad, dude. I was like,
Oh
fuck,
yeah, we
man.
gotta keep on. Yeah, that was
I guess
unfortunate.
I probably should have realized the different time might make a difference.
Well, I'm pretty sure he can still join in if he wants.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah. I
he
just
doesn't
felt
have
bad because
Discord anymore. I don't know.
yeah, we can check if he comments.
Oh no, he's still in
See what's
there.
going on with that. Yeah, no, I just meant that like he was commenting, and we neither of us even
Oh
were
yeah.
saying. We're so used to not having anyone watching or commenting.
Yeah, the trick is to
Yeah.
stream when no one else is really doing it, because then people might actually be around. We're not streaming when Nick is streaming. Then we'll lose viewers. I always find that shit fucking hilarious. The scarcity mindset instead of like there's success for everybody. Like it doesn't matter what somebody else is doing. It's what are you doing? Like you got to do your own thing, and you'll either get success or you won't. It has nothing to do with anybody else's stuff.
Indeed.
But
Although the lyrics, Liam Donovan, like he's mentioned him from time to time. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
it sounds
When he
familiar.
used to do straight, yeah, he used to do straight commentary. But he kind of like plateaued at a pretty low level. He's good at it, dude. I watched him quite a bit. But he would stop streaming. Nick mentioned it. He would stop streaming as soon as Nick went live or Augie went live or whoever.
Oh, so he made himself into a waiting room without realizing it, or maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened is because again, as soon as one of those guys went live, a bunch of people that are watching him are going to go over to them. Like that actually is true. In his case, that was actually pretty accurate. Because I did that. I was like, look, I like you, man, but it's Nick. It's just better.
Yeah, but that's easy enough to resolve by just streaming at a different time. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. But yeah, he's the one that ended up doing the music, music reviews or whatever. Kind of like the Brad Tasted music guy. He basically went that route. Yeah, because he was doing it kind of half and half. He's like, all right, now I'm going to do the music thing. And then he was making way more money doing that. So he was like, well, fuck commentary. Like, I'm not getting any new subs for that, or, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're not making the money and the money is what you want, yeah, absolutely change to music, dude.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all, dude.
Oh man,
it does kind of suck. He's the one that you remember the oh yeah, this I don't know if this is going way back, but you remember the debate or whatever, the guy with the younger kid with Brittany Simon, where she was being super condescending and fucking he was pretty much right on everything, but she was being a condescending cunt. It was a while back, and neither of them really matter all that much, so you might not remember it.
No, not offhand.
Yeah. But basically that was him. Like, he basically destroyed her, but she was still acting like, oh, you're just a kid, you'll understand when you're older. Like, that kind of attitude. And she's fucking retarded, dude. Like, yeah, she sucks, dude. She was one of the other, one of those girls that failed to latch on to Destiny and then became a hater.
Why would you want to latch on to Destiny? I'm so that one baffles me.
Well, it's not. It was more latching on to the audience. You know what I mean? Not like wanting to. Oh, he probably wanted to fuck him too, but Yeah, it was more that, more trying to get an audience off of his audience, basically.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is what pretty much all those girls are doing. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
that's like what's her name? Fucking Denims, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she failed with Destiny because she did some stupid shit. Yeah, that one, dude, Destiny was actually, this is not something I'll say often, but Destiny was actually really in the right in that one. It was somewhere, I don't know if it was VidCon or whatever the fuck, but like, Denims was again trying to latch onto his audience or whatever. And so they were obviously in communication. And then she was like complaining about some guy being creepy. And basically at the end of it, he was like, "Here, you can stay at my apartment or whatever." And then she ended up bringing the guy that she was bitching about being creepy, like in there, and was fucking him in Destiny's fucking apartment. And like Destiny comes in, and they're both
Oh yeah, that was the
there.
one time I think I heard Destiny go off, and I was like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's fair.
yeah, yeah. That's why I
I'd
said
be
it's like
pretty
the one time I'm
fucking,
gonna
I'd
say
be
this,
pretty fucking pissed off if that was
dude.
the
It
case,
was,
man. If my
yeah,
ex was
yeah,
banging
and he
some guy that
was.
she used as an excuse to stay in my fucking house to avoid,
Mm,
like, are you fucking serious? Like, what are you doing? Like, that's fucking
yeah,
weird.
yeah. And again, Destiny didn't have anything locked down, so that dude could have gotten onto his computer and gotten all kinds of shit off of it. He didn't, or they didn't, but that was absolutely something that could have happened. So yeah, he was pretty fucking furious. And even then, she was like laughing, thinking he's joking around. I guess. Yeah, it's Denim. She's fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah,
So then, yeah, that's why she's a Hassan orbiter instead of a Destiny orbiter.
yeah.
So it's not like it's any kind of belief system. You know what I mean? She was going to latch on to Destiny. She did something stupid, so she managed to latch on to Hassan.
God damn. Well, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a bunch of Either way, they're a bunch of fucking
Yeah, I
morons.
don't really
Dude.
like many of these people. They're not. They're fun to laugh at. I think that's the point of calling them lol cows. They're
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah. It's funny because like I'm nobody seems to notice, but Denims has like a really big head for her body, and Hassan has the tiny head for his body.
Like they need to do a little
But
head transfer.
yeah, yeah,
Like
somewhere
switch
between
a
those
little bit
two
of
is a
her head to
normal
his
sized
head,
head.
and yeah. I'm okay with that if we want to like grind up their heads and
Yeah, see if it works. If it doesn't, oh well.
switch them over. Yeah, I mean it's not really a big deal if it ends up not working.
Yeah, and nothing of value would be lost in that situation.
No, nothing at all.
I guess if they ever breed, their kids might have a shot at a normal sized head. But let's hope that never happens. That is the one good thing that those types are doing, at least at this point, is not having any children.
Thank God.
Dude. Oh fuck! And I heard like Anissa say something about it recently, within the last month or so, about having a kid, and I'm like, God, no, no, that's gonna be a fucking that poor child. Yeah. Oh shit! Did you watch? I just posted something like about an hour ago about the Brittany Griner. There was like a little thing, like, dude, there's a clip of her, him. Sorry, I can't really go with her anymore. Like, shoot,
I
in
don't I don't like this
like
thing where we
around
pretend that these people are not men. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard. Did you watch that? It was like a 10-15 second clip, but like you hear him talk, dude. It's a guy,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and he and not wearing a shirt around the pool, and nothing's being blurred out, and nothing got
And nothing is.
struck.
There's no reason to blur anything out at that point either.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. Like, okay, she's a woman. She looks. That's the most. Yeah, that's a man's body, and that's why
Yep.
nobody bothered blurring it out, and that's why it didn't get struck down because that's a fucking dude.
Yeah. Even like the AI recognizes it. AI was, I'm
The weird
assuming it's
thing
because
is,
AI just is like, oh yeah, we're not gonna fuck with this. But
oh,
yeah, even
shoot.
AI is like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess with that. There's no reason.
Mhm. Yeah, the weird thing is, there's like all these videos within the last week where they're trying to make it look like Griner got banned for being male, but it's weird because they'll show Adam Silver, who is the NBA commissioner, not the WNBA commissioner, even though they subsidize it like fucking crazy. The WNBA has their own commissioner, so he wouldn't really be the one that's suspending her. But they go up to like has been banned, and they cut it off right at banned, right? And then they act like Brittany Griner got banned. And I'm like, why is this happening? Why? There's a lot of them, dude. That's why I'm bringing it up. It's not like it was
Yeah.
just one video. There's a bunch that do exactly that, and I don't understand why that's happening. Like, it's something weird is going on. Like, I don't know what it is. It might be some kind of weird A/B testing. Like, hey, we should probably kick this bitch out because it's a dude, and more people are realizing it. But let's put
Well,
out
I
this
know that
bullshit
in
and
like
see
some
what the
places,
response
so in some sports, like some states have made it illegal, and there's like
is.
federal restrictions on anything that has anything to do with the school doing it. So like that might be
But
part of
yeah,
it. Is there's enough pushback, just popular public pushback that they're like, oh, I guess we can't get away with this anymore. You know?
yeah. No, I'm just talking about what's going on with why are all these videos the exact same thing. That's what I'm talking about right now. Like, it's a very odd thing that's happening.
Huh.
I've never seen anything like it, and I don't. I like. I'm wondering if they're like they're putting it out to see what the response is, like kind of weird A/B testing or something.
Yeah.
And like if
Yeah, it could be
everybody's like,
testing
yeah,
the
take them
waters.
out of
Yeah,
the league.
makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just again, I've never seen anything like it. It's fucking very odd. I'm like, why is there so many different channels doing the exact same thing that I've again never
Oh, you know what?
seen anything.
Everybody's so into the algorithm. Maybe it's just algorithm fucking farming. You know what I mean? Like at some
It
point,
could be.
one of the videos got successful, and everybody was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh! I want money! I want money!" You know, like it just became like a fucking chain reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just weird that they're doing the exact. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I guess that could be it too. But they again, I don't know why they're having Adam Silver do it because it would be the cat. I forget the bitch's name. That's the WNBA commissioner, but it would be her that would be announcing. You know what I mean? It's her league. It's not
Yeah.
Adam Silver's league. You know, the NBA subsidizes it. So yeah, it's just a yeah. It'd be nice though. They kick Bob Griner out of the league
Yeah.
for
Oh
being a
yeah.
man.
I'd like to see men kicked out of women's sports entirely, just in all of them.
In
Like
general,
I'm
yeah.
not even like a sports
Yeah.
person, but to me, it's such a like a
It's so obvious that it shouldn't be happening. To
yeah.
anybody with just a fucking rational mind.
Well, and people are actively being hurt. You know what I mean? Like it's not like you know, it's not like a completely harmless thing. You know, people are actually being harmed. Like, what was the volleyball girl that like broke
Yeah.
her fucking orbital bone or some shit, and like fucking,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah, the
the
trans.
boxing stuff. Like, there's a lot of people who getting like the seriously injured over all this shit, and it's like you can't allow that to continue happening. That's insane. Especially when it
Yeah,
comes
it's,
to like things like Ultimate Fighters and stuff like that, where it's like this is just a dude beating the shit out of a woman. Like, what's wrong with you people?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it sucks because it almost seems like something really tragic is going to happen, which I really hope doesn't
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
end up
Definitely hope
being
that's the
the
case. Yeah, for sure.
case. But yeah, it's yeah. You would think because again, the thing with the volleyball one that you mentioned, where the fucking dude broke the chick's orbital bone, that was years ago. That was a few years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
And there's been a
and
lot
that
more
shit.
since. They just have suppressed the news to the point, and it's sort of become such a like yeah, we all know it's happening kind of thing that nobody says anything anymore at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
It's
that
like
one was high school, but yeah, I mean, not that long ago, the bitch had what was it, San Jose State? It was some college there in California. Um, I guess he goes by Blair Fleming now, but yeah, like that dude was allowed to play on the fucking women's team, dude.
Yep,
College,
absolutely
dude.
absurd. Absolutely absurd. No reason for any of it either.
Yeah, it's fucking gross, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? What else is happening out there?
Oh, so there was a thing I wanted to ask, because, like, I was just thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, you know that song by Stained? It's Been a While?
Uh-huh.
Does it ever get to, like, the one line where it says, and it's been a while since I could say that I wasn't addicted? And just be like, that's not how it works, asshole. Like, I like this song, but it's not how it works, asshole. Like...
Yeah. Oh,
every time I hear
always,
that, it makes me kind of cringe just a little bit. Where I'm like, nobody. That's no.
Yeah. Well, I interpreted that as addicted to the woman, but okay, yeah.
You're just never not addicted if you have an addiction issue. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I think he was being like, not hyperbolic. What's the fucking word? Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe not. I've never seen a breakdown of it, but that's the way I always interpreted it.
Maybe I've got it wrong this whole time. Maybe I've just learned today that he was talking about a woman. I don't know.
I have no idea. I've never, looked it up. So you could absolutely be right, and that would be pretty egregious.
Oh, man. So hold on. Now I'm curious. All right, let's see. Let's look this shit up, find out. Let's see, tab out to this song.
Because it is about a woman, for the most part.
It's been a while.
But it also does mention him fucking shit up the way he always does, or whatever, so it could also not be just about a woman.
This is going to be, it's been a
It's possible
while.
There's an A story and a B story going on. You know, like shows do.
Refer
The A story
to
could be the woman.
drugs or a woman. I know other people have talked about this.
Yeah,
You're right. It is generally interpreted as referring to a woman rather than drugs.
I'd be curious if he said anything about it. More than speculation, I'd be interested if he said anything about it specifically. The guy that looks vaguely like Vincent D'Onofrio, the lead singer guy.
Yeah. So you're right. It is about a woman. I got that wrong.
Yeah. Well,
so I was
again,
today years old when I learned.
Oh no! Again, did he say that, or are the people just?
I haven't found anything. I didn't find anything specifically to him. So yeah,
I'm not going to claim I'm right.
It might be him. It might be he might say differently, but I can't see anything either way.
That's what I'm saying. As much as I love the claim,
if he's a good songwriter and like a genuine artist, he probably will never tell. I wouldn't.
All right. Yeah, keep the speculation going. So yeah, just as more people agree.
Speculation. It's just like you want music to be interpreted by the people that are listening.
Right.
You know, like it's like a book. You don't want to give all of the stuff away because you want people to be able to, like, you know, identify with it and make it part of themselves as well. Like
right. But yeah, just more people agreeing with me does not make me right. So I'm not going to claim victory off of that.
Either way, I'd never considered that it was about a woman. I thought the whole song was about addictions, but apparently it's about a woman. Like the whole song in general. Like he's bemoaning the fact that he let the one go that was like good for him or something, and I'm like, oh shit, really? Well, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but there are also the parts where he's like, it's been a while since I've fucked things up the way I always do. So I mean, that could not be about
fuck things up the way you always do, that could also be in relationships. Like, is it supposed to be about toxic relationships? Yeah. Man,
but it could go both
I
ways.
really interpreted that very vastly different than the majority of people.
Again, you don't know that. Like, I'd have to hear it from him before I would say for
Well, he's
sure.
the one that says the song is about like toxic stuff. So like relationships.
Okay, all right. Oh, he did say that.
believe.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah, I think he's the one that says that. So.
okay, all right, yeah, all right. Well, then I fucking win. Bam.
Good for you.
Okay. Oh fuck. What else?
Oh, there's so many things. So many
Dude,
things.
I was looking at the thumbnail for the Kurt Cobain one that you shared.
Oh yeah.
Does he always look? Does Herrera always look that much like Wendigoon, or is that just an particularly interesting like thumbnail there?
I think it just happenstance, but yeah,
Wendigoon.
he kind of does look like that, like Wendigoon. I never thought of that.
Yeah, okay.
I
sure
don't watch a lot of
thumbnail
Brandon
or...
Herrera's stuff. I'm just not a big gun person. Like I like
Right.
guns. I'm glad we can own them, but I'm not like super interested in like the level of detail that like those guys get into.
Right. Yeah.
But
All right. That was it.
Yeah, so I guess they do. That's actually a fairly good point. No, what was it that fucking podcast that kind of gets boring? I'm trying to think what it is. The Unsubscribed podcast or something? The one where it's like Brandon Herrera and all the other gun guys, like Donut Operator and shit, like getting together and talking.
Oh yeah.
Brandon's on that one all the time, and they actually had Wendigoon on there. Like Wendigoon came on and was
yeah, no, he's definitely buddies.
He's a big gun guy. Wendigoon didn't know that.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that was why I remember the In Praise of Shadows guy that was fucking slandering Wendigoon about a year ago or whenever the fuck that was.
Oh yeah.
Where it's calling him, referring to Wendigoon as like an alt-right gun nut or whatever.
Yeah, he's definitely not alt-right. That's for sure. He's barely conservative. From what I hear, he's pretty left-wing for the most part. It seems like. Like there's the Christian values and the guns, or he's definitely in, but like most of the stuff, he's very like liberal on.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a gun nut. That was what's crazy about this. There were so many things that fucking In Praise of Shadows guy claimed that it was just like, you're fucking insane, dude. What the fuck?
Well,
I get
the
you're
really wacky thing about that is like Wendigoon's channel is all about fucking cryptids. Like he almost never gets in any way. I don't think he's I don't watch enough of his stuff to say for sure, but I'd wager there's a good chance that he doesn't really cover any political shit on his channel almost ever.
No, unless you count like revisiting the JFK assassination or
but that's not really like a political thing. Yeah, that's just
No, I definitely would not count that. That's about as close. That's about as close as he gets.
Yeah.
And that's not that close. Yeah. You know, because they'll also cover like, oh, remember the shootout? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of it's a lot of cryptid shit and a lot of all that. Obviously, the Creep Cats with Hunter from Meat Canyon is just that, the creepypasta type shit and general horror shit, really. But yeah, on his channel, on Wendigoon's channel, it's a lot of cryptid shit. It's kind of the main thing, with occasional other shit thrown in there.
Yeah. I've seen some of his cryptid stuff. Obviously, I watch the Creepcast on a regular basis. That's a great one. Sometimes they're a little long. There was one that was like fucking 8 hours or something they dropped, and I was like,
dude, I did not even bother. I did not even bother.
I'm sorry, man. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like the real hardcore fans, though, I was happy for them because I'm like, I know that there's like, I'm not into that, but there's gonna be a lot of people who are like, oh fuck yeah, dude, a whole fucking 8 hours, I'm fucking in. They're gonna
again, I'm not that into horror. I'm not anywhere near into horror enough to watch that 8 hour shit. And it's more like I like those two guys talking about shit than
than the actual subject. You know what I mean?
Some of the stories are really fucking funny or entertaining in some way. Like, some of them are really interesting
Yeah.
stories where they kind of go beyond the genre of just horror, and that's kind of what I watch for. Otherwise, it's just background noise of them interacting. Yeah, pretty much the same.
Indeed.
It's like, oh, well, I'm going to play some video games, or I'm going to do some shit and, like, fucking fold some laundry or something, and this is perfect to, like, keep my mind occupied while my hands are busy.
Yeah. It's like, I got stuff to do, and I wouldn't mind hearing these two guys' voices in the background while I do it.
Exactly.
That sounds nice. That sounds pleasant.
Exactly. Oh, what is
Plus, it is kind of funny because you can tell that Wendigoon loves, like, however fucking Hunter's brain works, like the weird shit he comes up with.
Oh yeah, well, who fucking doesn't? That guy's out of his fucking gourd. I like the weird family stories. I don't believe any of them. I think 90% of that is him just fucking making shit up on the spot for the fun, the lulz. I think.
No, right.
Oh yeah, what is Wendigoon's name? I know Hunter, like Papa Meat is Hunter.
Isaiah. I don't know what his last name is, but it's Isaiah.
Okay. I keep forgetting his fucking name. Yeah. I keep thinking it's
no
Wendy for some
reason,
and I'm like, I know it's not fucking Wendy, but
yeah, I don't know where the Oh no, it's Wendigo. That's right. It comes from Wendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendigoon, Wendigo, because it's a cryptid thing.
Yeah. That makes sense. I got that part for sure. Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, I tell you what, I watched the new Jurassic World. I think it's called Rebirth. The one that came out this year with Scarlett Johansson. That movie.
Oh yeah.
Awful. Like.
That's what I've heard.
It opens up with this sequence. I'm assuming you don't give a shit about spoilers.
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, I don't know if you're actually going to watch the movie or not, but I would not necessarily recommend it.
Yeah, even if it's spoiled, that's not going to affect anything. Go ahead.
It opens up with the facility that the last one was at, like where the dinosaurs escaped and went after the people, like every other one. It opens up with showing like a fucking candy wrapper breaking the security for the facility.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
and I guess that was in a book. So like that was in one of the Jurassic Park books. So I can kind of get why they did it, but at the same time, it just makes so little sense.
It doesn't work
like,
in real life.
If you were gonna take that out of and like you should have taken that out of the story. That really didn't need to be there. Kind of like, sorry, man, it's just so dumb. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Like, I get why it would kind of work in a book, but if it's in a movie form where you're actually showing it, yeah, it doesn't work as well as keeping it as a concept in your mind's eye instead of seeing it on a screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
And it was very obvious that they were doing it to, like, market some Snickers bars. Like that was kind of painfully obvious product placement. Yeah, Snickers and Altoids paid a good amount of money for this movie for sure. Definitely some product placement going on, which I respect. I understand. Hey, they got to make money. They're not doing these movies for free.
Yeah.
And I don't expect that to be the case. So I'm not gonna whine about it. But it was just poorly done. Could have been done in a better way to make it fit the story. At one point, I thought this is so Scarlett. There's no motivation for anybody to be there. Literally, it starts off with this guy negotiating with Scarlett Johansson because she's apparently some sort of fucking military special forces super fucking person or whatever, which is just not fucking believable. Like, it works in the Marvel universe because that's not. Like humans aren't based in reality in the Marvel. Like, we know they're all fucking mysteriously superpowered people. Like, every human has the potential or whatever in the Marvel universe. So that works, right? But in real life, that's just not very believable at all. Like, she's so fucking skinny. It's like, nah, you gotta put some fucking muscle on if you want me to buy that. Like Gina Caruso can do it because she's got the fucking the body for it. You know, like the big buff bod.
Yeah, Carano.
Yeah. Like I could see her doing that because she actually looks like she could hold a rifle and like it wouldn't recoil and knock her the fuck over.
All right. You said Caruso. I just want to make sure you don't proceed under the wrong.
I probably get the names wrong. I'm not great with it. I don't. They're all fucking dancing monkeys as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
As long as they keep doing their little fucking dance for me, I don't give a shit. About
all right, no, I just wanted to make sure you didn't keep doing it, and you know.
I'll do it again sooner or later. Don't worry about it. There's no saving me.
But yeah, no, she was a UFC fighter, wasn't she?
Yeah. She was.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
When they still only fought women sense. Before they started. Well, no, the UFC. Dana White's never going to allow men to fight in there. I don't think. But
yeah. But yeah, no, you can see her fucking shit up because she has. Like that was her job for a while.
And she also looks like somebody who physically could fight really well. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. She's got some.
Like Scarlett Johansson's pretty, and she's good at playing the gritty characters and stuff. Like I get it. She was phoning this one in. She did not do much acting, unless you count. Well, unless you count Botox as acting. I don't know. I don't know if they used AI or Botox, but she did not look normal. And her fucking range of emotion was almost nothing, which is why I suspect Botox. But she's just so skinny and little. It's like I don't see you fighting anybody and winning. Sorry, like not in reality.
Yeah.
Superhero reality, sure, but not in like dinosaur reality where humans are small and squishy.
Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, didn't they do some kind of weird mutation shit? Like they were mixing fucking dinosaurs together, some crazy shit like that?
Oh yeah, there's like a few scenes, and like there's this fucking dinosaur with two little T-Rex arms and then two big giant arms on the back of it. In there with like big fucking claws and shit and a weird predator style fucking mouth, and it doesn't make any. It really takes you out of the story. At one point, they have like titanosaurs, which are not a real dinosaur, from what I can understand. But they're supposed to be like super giant, like brontosauruses, like way bigger than brontosauruses, but the same kind of dinosaur. And
Brontosaurus is already pretty fucking big.
Yeah. Titanosaurs are supposed to be like 10 times bigger, but the same type of dinosaur. Like they look the same, just way larger. But they had these tails that they must have been 4 or 5 times the length of their fucking bodies, which really takes you out of the story again, because you're looking at it going like, no, that's not real. Like there's no reason for that. Like that, I don't think there's any dinosaur that has a tail 4 or 5 times the length of its body like that. And then they were like super fucking prehensile and like curving and like ribbon dancing and shit with their tails. And the movie just kept taking you the fuck out of it all the time. But the part that gets me was the whole thing is it's a pharmaceutical company that wants to go back to the island to get DNA for heart medication for people so that it can like produce a special heart med that's gonna like save all the fucking people. And so like it's this fucking guy, he's negotiating with Scarlett Johansson, and he's like, oh, we'd really like you to go and do that. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm out. That everybody that goes here dies. This is a terrible plan. And just gets out of the car and fucking walks off, right? And like in the middle of traffic. And then he just gets out and he's like, oh, but we would give you a lot of money for that. And she's like, oh, well, okay then. And that's like the extent. There's no other convincing necessary. They decide because they want to have a college professor in there to go and collect a dinosaur expert guy from a museum, because they want to have like, you know, Mr. Professor in there, because otherwise it's not the same balance of characters as the first one. And so they go to him and they're like, we're gonna go to see the dinosaurs. And he's like, that's really dangerous and super fucking illegal. I'm not in. And they're like, yeah, but have you ever seen one in the wild? And he's like, oh, okay, I'll go then. And it just like none of their motivation really makes any sense. Like everybody that's ever gone to these places died. Because at this point, this is what the sixth movie or the seventh movie in the fucking franchise, right? Like, and how many people have fucking died in all these dinosaur accidents going to these islands and shit? It just everybody fucking dies. And they're all well aware of it and point it out, but then they're like, ooh, money. Okay. Adventure? Oh, I guess that works. Yeah, like, it's just totally fucking illogical. So that part just kind of takes you out of the story, right? And then they get there, they end up picking up a family who was, like, shipwrecked by the Mosasaurus, the big fucking water guy that, like, jumped out at the end of the big theme park movie with, what's his name? The fucking Mario guy?
The Mario guy.
The guy that played Mario's voice in the Super Mario Brothers movie, the cartoon one that was so popular.
Oh, okay.
You know who I'm talking about. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Star-Lord.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I got you. Chris Pratt, is it? Chris Pratt?
Yeah. He's not in this one, but I lost the thing when I was trying to describe who he was. Oh, he was in that movie where the mosasaur at the very end jumps out and kills the dinosaur at the end. The other mutant dinosaur. The one where him and the girl with the fucking skirt and the high heels, where she wears high heels through the whole fucking movie. Running on like dirt and fucking sand and shit in high heels constantly.
The fuck?
Yeah, he's the one in that movie where the mosasaur comes out and kills the big bad at the end. Because, they gotta keep hitting the same fucking beats as the original movie.
Right.
It's like, oh yeah, well the T-Rex comes out at the end of the original and eats one of the fucking raptors and fights the raptors off for him because reasons. So they gotta have like the mosasaur comes back and he capsizes a sailboat. So they pick up these fucking kids and this lazy ass boyfriend who doesn't do shit. And a dad that are sailing across the ocean together because reasons. And like they don't even go into it. There's never an explanation as to why they're even doing this in the first place, like what they're hoping to accomplish. He's just a fucking sailor man who sails out with kids on a boat, I guess, in the middle of the ocean where dinosaurs could potentially be.
Like a semi-active, semi-passive suicide attempt, I guess.
Yeah, really. In this world, you would think that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, they all go there with like some other people, and predictably, everyone like you can kind of tell who's going to get picked off and who's not. You're like, well, the family's going to survive, Professor Man's going to survive, Scarlett Johansson's going to survive. So there's really not a lot of like mystery going in, because like in the movie, everyone was fair fucking game. Like, it even felt like the kids could die in the movie, although they couldn't. I would fucking watch the shit out of a Jurassic Park if one of the kids died.
Yeah, they should have thrown a third one in there to get eaten.
Fucking, yeah, exactly. A little kid that nobody likes, like, it's Timmy the orphan. Don't worry, Timmy, nobody loves orphans. And, and then they just throw him at one of the T-Rexes because it's funny or something. Like, well, since nobody loves you, no one will miss you, Timmy. Bye-bye.
Sorry, you drew the short stick.
But no, the kids all survive. One of the kids, the scene in the first movie with the fucking glass on the roof of the car, and it holds up for the dinosaur doesn't get through it, and the two kids are like kicking and screaming, and the dinosaur's biting at them. They do that in this with an inflatable raft. Which really makes no fucking sense. Like, you're watching it going like, are you fucking with me right now? And in fact, at one point, the T-Rex, and it is a T-Rex again, like, you can see his teeth poking through the raft, like, not poking through, but like, distending the raft. For some reason, his teeth can't pierce the bottom little sheet of the raft. They can just poke it and make it look scary. Because the little girl's under there, and you're like, No, that would just go right through the fucking raft. But the dinosaur
Right.
actually picks the fucking raft up in its mouth and tries to bite it down, like the whole raft. And it doesn't fucking bite through the raft. It can't, apparently. The T-Rex is just too weak.
Yeah. Yeah, they could probably bite through like other dinosaur hides like
Oh,
10
no
times
problem.
as thick.
No problem. But just not the fucking raft, dude.
Not rubber, dude. No way could they tear through rubber.
Yeah, no, absolutely could not happen. Could not. What do you mean, man? What do you mean?
Yeah,
But,
rubber's magical.
One of those bizarre things where you're just like, what the fuck is wrong with these writers? And, fuck it is so ridiculous. I think my absolute favorite scene for just pure WTF moment in the movie is the useless fucking boyfriend guy who kept refusing to take any chores on the sailboat, but the daughter acted like he's the cool guy. They're on the island finally. They're all their fucking the mercenary crew and the family have been separated, right? Which was really neat that they managed to separate exactly between the mercenary crew and the sailboat family. And the boyfriend goes off to go take a piss while everybody else is sleeping. So he walks away from the camp a little ways. He walks a long way away from where they're like fucking sleeping next to like a little fire, which you're in a tropical jungle and you would not really want a fire. But anyway, behind him while he's trying to pee, there's fucking 2 fucking velociraptors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're sneaking up on him, all sneaky, taking a real long time. It's going on for a while to the point where you're kind of like, this is getting kind of like, I'm not really tense anymore. I just kind of want them to fucking kill him or not, because I'm kind of done.
All right.
And then a fucking pterodactyl swoops in and kills one of them.
Oh wow!
Right behind him, totally ignoring him, right next to him, like as far away as you probably are from your phone right now. Like it knocks him aside a little bit when the fucking raptor grabs the fucking velociraptor. When the pterodactyl grabs it.
Right.
And you're kind of going like, the fuck? And he's just watching it like, freaking out, like frozen there. And then the pterodactyl just flies away with the fucking raptor body. It doesn't just eat it right there. And then he manages to pee and go back, and he's fine. And the whole time you're just kind of going like, what the fuck is this?
So I guess the other velocity, because you said there's 2, right?
It just ran away. There's never anything else about that. That's why I left it out, because it's just completely out of the story from that point on. Never comes back. Never referred to again.
I get that they would have been being ambush predators or whatever. Something that's as small and as relatively small and as relatively slow as a human, I feel like they wouldn't have to bother with ambush that much, right? Like they can probably just get at them.
I can understand the instinctual drive. Like this is how you're instinctively hunting everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
I kind of get that.
Right,
it makes it's not the worst thing. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's not like
out of all the things you mentioned in that scene, you're that is definitely the least egregious part.
But
they're not egregious. But
the whole movie is awful. I think one of the points I thought that I just watched and was just like staring in disbelief because it was such a small thing, but it was so fucking dumb. Right? Scarlett Johansson is this special forces superhero person, right? But the water bottle she's carrying in her backpack of like gear for like survival is one of those flat glass bottles where it's like a rectangular glass bottle that's like flat.
Wow. Yeah, that's durable
And I'm
out
like,
there.
nobody who had any military training would ever use that on anything. Like, even if it's
Yeah, what
totally
the fuck?
unbreakable, it's still way
Right.
heavier than you would need for a water bottle, and it doesn't hold a lot of water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a
Yeah, that's
1
pretty
liter
fucking.
metal bottle or plastic bottle would make so much more sense because it's just so much like less weight. Like you're already
Yeah, that's
carrying
pretty.
water that's heavy. It's fucking dumb.
Mm, yeah, make it super dense glass. Carry the water in super dense glass.
Yeah.
God damn.
The professor guy he always has Altoids. And so there's like a couple of
Mm,
different scenes where he's just chewing Altoids very loudly. And they make sure that he shows the can of Altoids to the camera very clearly each time. Which is another one of those things
what
where
the
you're like, oh
fuck?
god, why am I looking at an Altoids tin? Fuck you.
Yeah. But
Oh
God damn,
man.
the Truman Show made the shit seem more believable.
It is fucking Marvel comic book movies are more believable. It's so bad.
Right.
It's so fucking terrible. Um and yet so entertaining in its own way. It's so bizarre. I would choose to not watch it if I could go back and do it. Like I watched
Mm,
Superman, and Superman wasn't great, but it was okay. It just was kind of weird starting
right.
off in the middle of a story having no background information on anything. It was kind
Mm.
of not
Oh
fun.
yeah,
But
yeah.
other
That's
than
what I
that,
heard.
it wasn't
Okay,
bad.
we're assuming everyone has an in-depth knowledge of Superman in the comic books, so everybody knows
Well, and
where
like
all
you
this
don't
came from.
need the fucking origin story. I get that. I appreciated not having the origin story. But critical characters in the conflict and the conflict itself not being introduced from the
Yeah, that's what
beginning
I'm
are
saying.
really fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, we're gonna assume that everyone watching the movie is intimately familiar with all this other shit.
Well, like, okay, so
Yeah.
Superman saved a country from another country invading to take over, but you don't
Mm,
get
all
to
right.
see that. That has already happened in the past. But that's one
Mm,
of the major plot points of the film, so why don't we get to see the first one?
uh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
amazing.
There's this.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
this. The bad guy that's beat. It opens up with Superman beat the fuck out of, and landing in the Arctic or wherever, so he can go to his little ice castle. Was it the North Pole? Right? Like he's up at the North Pole, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, and one of them.
And
Pretty sure it's the North Pole. Yeah, he's right.
yeah, it's not Antarctica. It's the other one. It's the. I don't know if there's a name for it other than the North Pole. But it
No, it's
shows up
just
with
the
him
Arctic.
getting beat up. But it doesn't show like why the first time the guy meets him or how the guy beat him up or any of that stuff beforehand. So you're just kind of like, why is Superman beat up? I didn't even see the fight.
The fuck, man.
So that's really jarring. But
Yeah.
once you kind of get into the swing of it, it's a lot of fun. Guy Gardner with Nathan Fillion is good. Mr.
Mm,
Terrific is good. I kind of like Mr. Terrific, Hot Girl, and Guy Gardner because they're all kind of like assholes.
mm,
And that's fairly entertaining.
nice.
But otherwise, the
So
movie's
not,
fun.
it's,
I mean, I
it's,
would go watch it if you had a chance, or wait until it's on the internet in full
nothing
quality
really,
or something somewhere.
yeah. So nothing really objectionable about it. That's kind of the best you can hope for
I didn't
nowadays,
really
I guess.
see like Nick says. I don't think there was any like political issues with it. There wasn't anything particularly onerous.
Mm.
It was all right. I thought it was a little weird to make Supergirl like a drunk party girl, but I don't know enough about that character to know if that's like has any backing in any of the comics or not.
Yeah, I have no idea. I never cared much about Superman, dude.
Yeah, same. I like the movies with Christopher Reeve, but I was
Yeah,
never like
those
a
are good.
huge fan because Superman's essentially a god, so it's kind of
Yeah, it's boring, dude.
like he's gonna win. You
You
know
have
he's
to
gonna
invent
win, and he's gonna win because he's
Yeah,
overwhelmingly stronger than the bad guy every time.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's boring, dude. That's right. You remember the Pete Holmes did the whole Bad Man series? where he's bringing up
Yeah.
Superman, talking about them teaming up, and he's like, "Why? Like you could just fucking destroy everything right away." And then he's like, "Oh, I get it. You're fucking boring." Like, yeah, dude, that's fucking fun. Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
That's funny.
But yeah, it's just not. You have to like invent reasons, but he's just can't. You know, like he has to put his own restrictions on himself.
That's pretty much
way
the whole point of this movie. That's kind of the whole plot line of the movie is Superman restricting himself from doing what he should because he's not sure if it's right.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you mean? Like, you stopped a country from being invaded by another hostile foreign country. Like, you kept a lot of people from dying. Why are you even worried about whether this is right or wrong? Lois is kind of oddly fucking against him, though, in this. Like, I think the one part of the movie that really doesn't make a lot of sense is the popular opinion that he should have stayed the fuck out of it. To me, that's like, I don't think that's... I can't see the public ever being like, oh yeah, no, you should not have saved all these lives. Fuck those innocent people.
Yeah, should let them slaughter each other.
Yeah, I think that if like Superman was around and like when Russia was invading the Ukraine, and he went over and just fucking destroyed all the Russian armaments and said like, no, bad Russians, stay out. I think everybody in the world would have been like, dude, fuck yeah, you're a badass motherfucker. They'd have been happy as hell with him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think they would have been like upset at all. I mean, I'm sure there'd be like that one fucking, 10% of fucking like mongoloid retards, but that's it, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he might express some kind of tepid endorsement
Hassan
of like.
Would be against Superman. Hassan would be against Superman because he's retarded, like he's dumb, he's an idiot. So it's like, yeah, obviously that's the, that would be the take he would have is like, oh yeah, Superman's evil. What about the Israel-Palestine border or something,
Yeah, of course. Everything's got to do with that. Everything has to do with Israel-Palestine.
Well, everything has to do with Israel-Palestine anytime Hassan might be getting fucking in trouble for anything that he said, that it's all, oh, no, you're bad because of this.
Got to distract from bullshit, fucked up shit he does. Yeah, I don't know why he worries, though. I mean, obviously Twitch isn't going to do an actual ban. They might suspend him on his day off again. I mean, that seems like the worst thing that's going to happen to him.
Fucking Goblin, man.
Yeah. We're gonna investigate
him and fucking Rachel Madcow like genuinely belong in prison for all the misinformation they've put out that's probably harmed people.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean?
It's
dude,
like legitimately caused harm, like the fucking lies these people tell. And encourage violence and shit. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Maddow, like, I've never seen anyone that smiles so much, that's so fucking hateful. Like, it's a fucking weird thing to watch.
She gets off on it.
You know what I mean?
It's making her little fucking grape-sized clitoris quiver with excitement.
Yeah, I suppose that is. Yeah. That makes, I can see her definitely enjoying the misery.
It was, dude, so this was one thing. What was it? God damn, this must have been almost 20 years ago now. There was this girl my brother got involved with. It's like a friend. And I was walking up to the house from a direction where none of them were paying attention. Him and his friends were in the garage doing something. And I heard this girl talk about, like, the way she said it sounded so ridiculous about how, like, her boyfriend, like, roughed her up or something. And they're all like, oh, no, that's so terrible. And I could see from an angle that none of them could, so I could see her face. She was beaming with, like, the biggest fucking smile from ear to ear while telling the story. They all looked, but her whole body language was to them, with her back to them, looking like she was hunched over and, like, really sad. And it
Wow.
was a demonic looking fucking thing to watch. And I told him, I'm
That's
like, dude,
fucking crazy.
you should get away from that
Yeah,
person.
well,
Like, I don't like to involve myself with any of your, social shit 'cause it's not my place, but you're fucking with a demon right there. Like, that's scary shit. And I was right. I hold to that. That was just like that was just too fucking disturbing to watch.
That's what the behavior panel guys call Duper's delight. Yeah. Where you catch them smiling about shit that's fucking horrible. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm fooling these idiots.
Yep, it was so weird. It was so disturbing to watch, man. Oh god, it still creeps me out a little bit. But yeah, that was a trip. But anyway, do not watch the Jurassic Park movie. Good lord.
Superman one, maybe okay.
Superman one, that's a lot of fun. Have some popcorn. I mean, it'll be a little jarring at first because you kind of gotta like get into like what's going on. But there's some good action. Superman and Guy Gardner and everything doing like fucking superhero stuff. That's really what everybody's there for, is the giant monster fight and like the fucking the combat stuff. And it's a lot of fun to watch that part. So I would I recommend it.
All right. Sounds good.
I watched The Emperor's New Groove for the first time. Apparently, I'd never seen that one before.
Oh, the animated one from like 30 years ago?
Yeah, I never watched that movie. Never got it for some reason. Never watched it. I'm a fan of Disney movies, so usually I've seen almost all of them, but I really somehow missed that one. It was pretty good. Fun movie.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if I've ever actually watched the whole movie. I'm definitely familiar with it.
Patrick Warburton were both pretty fucking hilarious in it, and that's all I really cared about. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah, I know those guys do good in person and as voiceover artists. Very good. Been watching a ton of the Sovereign Citizen shit lately.
Oh yeah, I haven't been keeping up with that because like my primary interest in Sovereign Citizens is watching them get tased. I love Sovereign Citizens when they're getting tased. That's when I primarily like watching them.
Gotcha. Yeah, out in the wild.
Yeah.
Out in their actual environment. Yeah. No, it's kind of fun to watch the judges fuck them up.
Oh yeah, well that little Jewish guy is fucking hilarious. I've seen him in a lot of different clips.
Yeah, Fleischer, whatever I think his name is, Judge Fleischer, I think.
Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. He seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, he's definitely like the most empathetic judge I've seen for sure. He really seems to want to actually help people and give them as much fucking help as possible.
But with also a very serious and strict respect for the law.
Yeah.
Like he's not gonna break the law or bend it. But if there's room for compassion within what he's doing, he will be compassionate, which I thought was perfect as a judge. Yeah. Like, that's exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, I think one of those is what says that. Was it him that was like, "Oh boy, finally, one of these sovereign citizens have been waiting."
Oh yeah, I did not realize he's been waiting. That's funny. That doesn't surprise me though. If he's online enough to like have an idea of why he's famous and.
Right. He's probably gonna come across that. But yeah, it's kind of interesting because the scripts definitely are obviously like online brainstorming with each other for what nonsense to fucking bring up and to try. Because I don't know if you remember, but back like the first time I heard about the sovereign citizen shit was quite a while ago. Like at least a decade, probably a good 15 years, maybe even longer. But back then, they were quoting the Articles of Confederation, and which what was in effect like before. They haven't been in effect. The U.S. Constitution, once that was ratified, the Articles of Confederation were done.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because the Constitution took the position that they were
Yeah,
occupying.
it superseded it. It knocked it out.
It basically
replaced
finalized the
Yeah.
set of rules for the country that they were making in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, now
Even if it
done.
wasn't a fact, what they're claiming was bullshit. You know what I mean? Even if it was, they were.
Oh, true. I think that's true. Yeah, most of the stuff they're talking about, like even within the context of if the laws originally, how they were meant, where it's very clearly doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So at least I guess now they at least quote current laws. They don't really apply to their fucking situation. But I guess that's a progress in a way.
Interesting.
But yeah,
there's got to be somebody doing some sort of study somewhere on this stuff because, like,
they're all brainstorming shit. Yeah,
it's just fascinating.
They're working
how
together.
These sort
They're
of
coming up with it.
Mass delusions like keep changing shape with like things like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you watch. I just started watching the channels, basically, and the people that like that. I think I posted a channel on here, but he follows like all the sovereign citizen shit and posts it. But yeah, he was talking about like, look, they might be actually changing the script up a bit because they almost all use the same exact shit.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll start changing when that doesn't work. Then they'll start changing it and trying other shit and all that. Some of it was what I found really fucking crazy. Was how insanely minor and not a big deal some of the shit was that these people were ranting and raving and going off on these crazy fucking filibuster gish gallop fucking nonsense. One of them was for having a headlamp, like a defective headlamp, like one of the front headlights.
Oh
and
yeah, it makes no sense.
What's going on? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like all you do is just fix it. Well, the people that do this kind of stuff are not like good people.
Right.
They're not the kind of
they're
people
just like,
I'm want to hang out with.
Yeah. But yeah, some of the stuff they quote and the way they quote it. A lot of the judges are just like, yeah, I'm over. Just quoted a bunch of nonsense. Other judges will actually fucking literally explain, like they'll talk about the whatever code they brought up or whatever law they brought up, statute or whatever, and they'll actually explain why it doesn't apply. But most of them are just like, yeah, I'm overruling it. Apply here. You can fucking you can appeal if you want, but I'm overruling it. And a lot of them just won't engage at all.
Oh yeah, I would imagine the ones who are explaining it are probably explaining it under the hopes of it not wasting somebody else's time later.
Yeah, it could be.
So that they can't be like, oh, I didn't understand. So the judges are like, no. I'm gonna make sure he understands exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So that some judge can turn around later and be like, well, you didn't explain it well enough, blah, blah, blah. Now he gets a free pass. I bet you that's what it is. It's because there's other judges that may not necessarily understand, who will be like, oh, well, he didn't understand, so I guess we give him a free pass.
But yeah, it's just, again, they're trying to annoy themselves out of whatever the ticket is, basically. They're trying to be as fucking just nuisance. I'm gonna annoy them until they get tired of me. Especially, dude, the tenant ones, like an eviction. These fucking people draw this out. They keep getting continuances, and for like months and months, dude.
Oh man, the people that like the rules to like prevent people who own like an apartment or something from being able to kick out people that are just refusing to pay rent and not for any valid reason is infuriating.
Right.
I get so mad when I watch those. I don't watch a lot of them anymore because it's like, yo, this dude was renting out a place and like he has every right to collect rent. Like why is this person allowed to stay there for 6 months or a year because they printed out some bullshit fucking like lease?
Yeah. But yeah, it's so odd for them to just claim like, the one that they seen recently saying that because their name on the official documents, like their driver's license and all that, because it's in all caps, that's not them. Like, that's one of the things they say.
Oh yeah, I know. I've
Because
seen
the
that
name-
one too. Yeah, they're
Dude,
like they
like,
won't
what the
answer to
fuck,
certain
man?
names and stuff because they don't want to fucking It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'm the representative for the living. Mentioning, like, oh, so are you that person or you're not? Because if you're not that person, you need to go. Like, some of them will do. Pretty funny. They become that person very quickly, and for the most part, as soon as they say, "All right, well, we need to talk to that living person." So, if you're not that person, you need to leave.
well, and
You need to leave the court.
how fucking dumb do they think how dumb are they to think that like that's gonna work? Like these people are gonna be like, oh well, guess we'll just give up. It's like, nah, dude,
Yeah,
you're
they're
not
like,
the
"Oh, I
one
can
that makes
feel
the
it."
rules, bro. That's not how it works. You don't just be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
well, I said this was this. No touching is the rule. You can't touch me, Mr. Officer. I said no touching.
Oh yeah, I love their favorite thing is demanding that the this is for all of them, not really the renters so much as the other like traffic victims and actual fucking criminal cases, is establishing demanding that the court or the judge establish why they have jurisdiction.
Oh, fuck off. Oh, that is so. Oh, I hadn't heard about that one. That was really annoying.
Yeah,
That one sounds
I remember
fucking
in the
obnoxious.
you remember the Daryl Brooks, the guy that took drove his car into that parade in Wisconsin somewhere? The one that represented himself.
One of the many
Just
weird
a fucking
fucking
lunatic.
vehicles of peace out there.
Yeah, he was the first one I heard, and he just wouldn't shut up about it. Like every single day, he would bring it up to the judge, and she'd be like, "I already ruled on that. I ruled on that yesterday, or 2 days ago, whatever."
Yeah,
He would
like
just
this is already
constantly bring it up.
fucking done. We're not talking about this anymore, you dummy.
Yeah, like, okay, your little weird tactics might work in missing a fucking parking ticket or something, but you killed like 9 people. Yeah, it's not going to work. You're
Yeah,
not
the
going to
judge
know
is
your
not
way
going to
out
be
of it.
like, you know what? Fucking get out of my court. It's not worth my time to collect this $500 fine
Yeah.
that's never going to get paid, and you're just going to go to jail for.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember he was the first one that I heard that, because they bring up what is it? There's 2 different ones. They're like one of them is like they'll ask about it. They say something like there's two types of courts or whatever. They'll ask about the first one, and they're like, no, that's not it. Okay, so it's the Admiralty one, right? Which is like nautical, I guess. Like it's actually about like fucking being on the seas, from what I understand.
Yeah, there are different laws on the ocean, especially like in international waters and shit.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, they'll start talking about tribunals and all this shit, and they're like, no, we're not either of the two. This court was established by statute, or you know what I mean? And they just will not accept it. Like, nope, it's got to be one of these two. Oh well, if you say it's only those two, I guess case dismissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking. I don't know. It's pretty entertaining just seeing the different. I'm mainly watching it for the way different judges handle it. Is what I find interesting. Because some of them just won't fuck with it. Some of them will kind of do a little bit of an explanation of how their argument is stupid, and then some of them will go into detail about how their argument is stupid. So it's interesting to see how the different judges handle the shit. Oh, and the one I posted, that fucking dude in the blue blazer or whatever, that guy was so smug and so confident right up to the time when he was getting, actually getting jail time. And then he fucking started crying like a bitch. Oh, man. Dude, did you watch that one? I don't know if you watched it, but...
No, I didn't, but I didn't realize he actually started crying.
Yeah. Go back and watch. I put. I didn't do clips, but I put timestamps. It's the one where it says, "Judge gives sovereign citizen the biggest surprise of his life." Yeah, it's at like the 46-minute mark is where it really starts going bad on him. But yeah, you can watch. I guess you can kind of watch a little beginning if you want. but where he's very confident in his sovereign citizen bullshit. But to see him just flip and start fucking freaking out is so fucking funny. So yeah, you can just skip to the time stamps on that one if you want, or you not watch it at all. That's fine too, obviously. But yeah, it's so fucking dude. Yeah, just to watch that change was really fucking funny.
Oh, that's good. I might check that out here real quick.
Yeah. But yeah, all of those are, yeah, like I
Seeing
said, it's pretty fun to
crime.
watch. For me, where the hell was it? I posted it. What's today? It's like Tuesday at about 6. Here, I'll just share it again. Fuck it.
I'm looking at it right now. It's been that far.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
I'm not
Yeah, so
threatening
it's
you.
right around
Say
the
one more
46-minute
word.
mark is when it starts going bad, and then about a minute later, it gets really, he really starts fucking crying and freaking out. Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Give it shit. Yeah, it's good shit.
Well, and you know what? He committed a fucking crime, so.
Yeah, that one wasn't. I forget what it was, but yeah, he was definitely going to on that one. So it wasn't like the traffic minor, civil fucking traffic ticket. They all insist on representing themselves,
If you
obviously,
can't
because
do the time, don't commit the crime.
indeed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I wasn't driving. I was traveling.
I was traveling, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
that's another one. I don't need to travel. I don't need a driver's license to travel.
Oh man, there was the shittiest fucking comment on the karaoke Discord that I'm in. Somebody posted that Hulk Hogan died, and somebody else is like, "Good riddance," and I was just like, "Jesus, fuck you, man."
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
I'm like, he might have said a couple of off-color fucking things here and there, but overall, the dude was a really good guy.
Yeah, no doubt he did some shitty shit. But yeah, overall, yeah, good riddance is a fucking insane thing to say.
Well, just like, good riddance when you're talking about somebody like Epstein. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Dude's a
yeah.
pedophile. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's so fucking weird. People just determined to fucking hate everything. I hate everyone and everything.
Well, and I feel bad for her husband now. Um, they live in Texas, and she's pushing him to move out of Texas, and I'm like, nah, dude, like, go live in fucking Austin. You know what I mean? Like, if it's really that big of a fucking deal, go live in Austin where no one's gonna bother you about whatever weird little lefty like nonsense you're coming up with.
Right, right.
But financially, dude, like, you're in such a good position in Texas right now. It's such a terrible fucking idea to leave. And she wants to go to, like, California or Oregon. And I'm like, whoa, bro. And
Yeah.
he's signing on board. And I'm like, you're going to fucking regret that long term so fucking much. Like, right now, he has a job that supports both of them in Texas. You know, it's like, why would you want to give that up? His career is in a great place. Like, he has a house. Like, why would you fuck over your man like that? That's so fucking dumb. Oh, the Vichojo thing is crazy. Like, I got no sympathy for any of the people that get involved with these fucking agencies because, like, everybody knows they're fucking horrible for VTubing and stuff. Like, everybody knows they're awful. But this one is, like, apparently way over the standard line. According to Iron Mouse, take it with a grain of salt. So I've only seen her word for it and no other evidence. She believes that they have $500,000 that was raised for charity that they did not give to the actual charity.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
They owe her a fuck ton of money. There's another streamer that's fairly big that is leaving that just announced it the other day that says, yeah, they owe me a fucking ton of money. And then I just saw like a third person who's like, yeah, they owe me the kind of money you could spend on a fucking Ferrari.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're going down in flames right now because nobody's touching them and they're hemorrhaging all their major talent.
That whole industry just seems to be, you're kind of but way better off. Seems like. At least you're gonna get the money you earn.
Yeah, you're definitely so the thing is here's why these people join the established companies. The vast majority of people that join them, in fact, I would say all of them, are not remotely entertaining enough to get the size of a following that they'll get with those companies. And so their goal is to make enough money and build a really big audience working with the company, they hope. And then be able to take that once they're past their initial contract, not renew, and then take that audience with them and change their models so that they're a different character, so that they can't be like, oh, well, I don't own this because the company owns that old model kind of thing. So that's pretty much what's going on. And in fact, a lot of them are people who've been streaming for a long time and had no following whatsoever. Or such a small following that it was nowhere near enough to make like a living or a career out of. So like I don't have any sympathy for the people that are doing it, like the creators, because I think they're all kind of talentless hacks for the most part.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course, when you throw enough shit at the wall, some of it's gonna stick. And once in a while, there's going to be like a random person who is actually entertaining and can get a bigger audience, or you get like the majority of the audiences I see that are the biggest are for pity party people. Who
right.
And it seems to be because this is almost all like I don't know enough about male VTubers to give a shit. I'm sure there's a similar thing, but all the female VTubers that are like really really big are either hypersexualized. Or they're so disabled or broken in some way.
You
know, and those are the ones that are really popular because they get the pity party money. And I think that's what's going on with primarily why any of them get bigger is they're the ones that figure out like, oh, if I talk about being a shut-in, whether they are or not, I'll get more money because people will think I'm more accessible.
Right, yeah.
Thing. And they play that sort of like, I'm just this perfect ideal like shut-in girlfriend that will never go anywhere or do anything with anyone but you, my loyal fan.
Right.
And the guy's just fucking, take my money and my cum, just take it all, you know. Like,
yeah, I totally don't have a boyfriend.
Oh yeah. And so I think that's the majority of it. So I'm as far as like them not having money, I don't give two shits. Like fuck them, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's.
But the charity thing, that's some fucking bullshit right there. You took $500,000 from people that you said you were going to give to charity and didn't. That to me says embezzlement. I'm thinking there's some major embezzlement. All the money that's not been paid that's supposedly owed to the creators and the charity money, I'm thinking somebody's been taking that and putting it somewhere outside the company in their own account.
Right. They're like, no, look, we don't have it.
Well, no, I don't think the company's necessarily at fault. I think somebody within the company is robbing it. I think it's embezzling something.
You.
I think there's a major
okay, you're saying like that one person. Yeah, that one person was like, yeah, no, I definitely donate.
If it was small amounts of money that they owed all the creators, but this is like major money. So this tells me that somebody high up in the company has been embezzling funds, most likely. Allegedly. I don't know this for a fact. It just seems like the most likely thing is like a vice president or a fucking somebody in charge of some big department has been cooking the books and putting money in their own private accounts. Because Japanese culture is very different from American work culture, so...
Right.
Like your boss, you don't go around your boss. Like in American work culture, it's like, okay, if you think your boss is up to something, you know, you go talk to HR, and there's steps to go around them if you have to. There's not really the same thing in Japanese work culture. You just kind of, the boss is the boss, and you don't get to question that.
Yeah.
And in fact, you have to hire a company to quit a job in a lot of cases. It's considered totally inappropriate to quit a job. Like very, very rude. Like it might make it hard for you to find another job.
That's pretty fucked up, man.
Yep. Oh yeah, there was another little clip of some woman pissing and moaning about how AI robot sex dolls are gonna ruin the world. It's never not funny, dude. It's never not funny to watch that shit.
Yeah.
It's like you realize you're just making it look more and more like you're worried that you won't be able to win if that's what you're competing with.
Yeah, the fact that you're so easily replaced as women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out being incredibly boring and incredibly entitled isn't a winning combination. And people would rather fuck a doll than deal with you.
Yeah, that's a real one. That's a real fucking brutal reality check there. If people are like, well, I'll bang that doll, but this lady, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, and again, the doll doesn't be all that, dude. To be equal to or greater than fucking actual women.
I tell you
what. Get a decent approximation of the pussy in it, women are fucking done for the most part.
If they put a mute button on the neck of that thing and teach it how to make sandwiches...
It's all over.
It's all over, man. It's all over. There's no one. Women never gonna be in again.
Fuck it. It might as well be like that one Rick and Morty episode where the men were all like the brutish. Just fuck the sex dolls, but the sex dolls actually took the fucking jizz and made babies out of it.
Oh yeah. That shit was fucking hilarious. Oh goddamn. Back when they had both the people that actually made it funny.
Yeah. Before Roiland got stripped in for accusations. Yeah, I don't.
That really bothers me, man. The number of people who've lost their fucking jobs and livelihoods and reputations over stuff that didn't happen.
Yeah, the case got dismissed.
Like, oh no, believe all women. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the case got dismissed against Roiland. It eventually got dismissed.
Yeah, because it was totally
and he lost all of that. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure he said some mean shit here and there. Like, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, like,
no, and
people in relationships get angry and yell at each other and say rude shit. That's just normal. But, like, he never fucking beat her. He never did anything to, like, threaten her. Like, that's all nonsense. It's like...
Yeah, and again, Roiland is a fucking weird guy. He's occasionally said some really fucking weird shit.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, no one's saying he never did anything that would be wrong in the relationship. I don't even know, and I don't care.
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't even that relationship. He's talking about, like, him talking about, like, on social media, making comments fucking underage girls. This is many years ago, but, yeah, like, he's a weird guy, so it's... but yeah, he definitely did not deserve fucking canceled over that case. It was like, I don't know, man. If I was him, I would fucking sue the shit out of them. Because again, he's like, in my opinion, is responsible for like
Well, and
90%
he can
of
show
the
a direct
success of that show.
loss too, so it's not like that lawsuit doesn't have any merit. He was part of one of the most
Yeah.
popular cartoon shows on TV. You know, like that's a
Yeah, and
lot of
again, I
fucking
give
money in
him,
his pocket that she basically fucking took out of his pocket.
yeah, and I give him like a vast majority of the credit for the success of Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah, no,
I
no,
feel
no.
like
You
Dan
can
Harmon.
definitely tell, like when he's gone, you can tell. Like the show is like 50% as entertaining.
Yeah, I was gonna say, from what I understand, it's still pretty good, but it's not the same.
I still enjoy watching it, but 100%, the only true Rick and Morty is those early episodes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and again, I've watched a ton of Roiland shit, dude. Like, it's fucking. I love all the shit he's done. Pretty. Very, very dark, but usually very entertaining. Mr. Sprinkles, you remember the Mr. Sprinkles series?
I don't
Cat in
think
the
I
Hat.
ever watched that. Oh yeah.
No?
No, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Where
the
it was
Cat
like
in the
the Cat
Hat
in
parody or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, incredibly dark, but goddamn, was that entertaining, dude. Jesus
Oh yeah,
Christ.
well once you start watching that, you're watching till the end. You're in.
Yeah, I just remember. You remember where the captain character is lobotomized?
Yeah.
Like, how fucking dark is that, dude? Oh fuck, man. It's like they're in the little group therapy or whatever, and he's talking about how everybody wants to make everything soggy, because he's Captain Crunch or whatever.
Yeah.
Then he comes out and it's like his head is shaved and there's a huge fucking scar on his head. And he's like, "They made me soggy. It's good to be soggy." Like, god damn, that's fucking dark. God damn, dude. Dude, it's
that whole fucking thing. God damn. Oh, you know what was that I watched or not watched? There's a game he made that I played called High on Life. That was fucking great.
Oh yeah, with all the weird ammo
where the
and
alien,
shit.
the aliens fucking smoke humans. Like they literally put humans into a device and use it to like combust and inhale them and shit.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a fucking great game, but all of the humor is incredibly fucking dark in that. Oh yeah, it's real fucking dark. And it's totally like it's very much like playing a Rick and Morty episode, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty fucked up because Dan Harmon's a fucking dude. I cannot stand that guy now, dude. He's such a fucking scumbag, dude.
I mean, is there anyone in Hollywood that's fucking not?
Yeah,
but it's obnoxious.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the PBS, dude. He definitely has the Trump derangement shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, did you see the news that they've actually gotten to the point where they have evidence, irrefutable evidence, that Obama was involved in the fake Russian scandal, and that they knew in fact that it was fake and perpetuated it with help from like the fucking CIA and the FBI and stuff under his watch?
Yeah, I didn't really look into it.
They've referred it for criminal fucking charges to the fucking people that are for it. I don't know. I said they're probably not going to press charges because they just refuse to hold the wealthy accountable. But God damn, dude.
But again, them going after Trump opened that up to go right back at him, dude.
I hope they do. I hope they do. They should go after Obama. Yeah. Obama belongs in prison. What he did was unfucking questionably illegal and disgusting. Interfering with the election process on that level as the president is absolutely insane.
Well, remember, he was having the IRS fuck with people that were like his detractors when he was president. Remember?
Yeah.
Obama. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's been a big issue for a long time. Is the Democrats doing this kind of stuff? I wish the Republicans would as well, because the Democrats keep doing it and there's no consequences.
Yeah.
And everybody always says like, oh, well, they opened up the door, but then like the Republicans never follow up, and it's like because they're
that's the problem.
opposition in name only. They're not really there because the Democrats are actively committing crimes, and probably should be and probably could be imprisoned for what they're doing. Like it's like no, we want them. We want this to be like we want them held accountable. That's why we voted for this group. Please follow through, place charges on Obama, and put him in prison where he belongs.
Yeah.
You know, I think they should have put Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
in prison.
Otherwise, you're gonna have to. I mean, I don't understand why. Like, you're just gonna keep taking it when they do. Why would they stop? You know what I mean? If you're not gonna be like, okay, we're gonna have this ways, and they don't.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's fucking. Yeah, it's bizarre. Like, you can't keep taking the high road and something.
Yeah, no, at a certain point you have to take the low road for sure.
Yeah, you got to join them down there, man.
Oh, speaking of the high road and the low road, I don't know if you saw my note. My fucking manager going off the deep end and shit.
Oh, about the coffee or whatever.
Yeah. So caffeine is against the rules in the programs, and it's against the rules for a reason. Like it can really fuck with people's psychosis and stuff if they're like schizophrenic and whatnot.
Right.
And interact poorly with medications as well, so it can actually potentially be dangerous. But
right, gotcha.
They found a spoon with some coffee grounds that they think were instant coffee grounds on it in the sink, and no one's supposed to have instant coffee because they only serve decaf at the program. And her fucking grand fucking response is, well, we did room searches, we couldn't find anybody having instant coffee in their room, so they're not going to serve the coffee in the morning until whoever's guilty comes forward and admits it.
Is it possible it was one of the staff that just smuggled in their fucking instant coffee?
Well, the staff is totally allowed to have any caffeine they want. Like, they can have it in the office, whatever. It's no big deal.
Yeah,
like,
is it possible that
if you want to have a soda that has caffeine, you gotta put it in like a fucking like a koozie or something, so that it's not like plainly visible. But you absolutely are allowed to have whatever you want. Right. They can't restrict that.
Okay. But is that spoon? Could that spoon have been from some?
No, we have our own little kitchenette in the office where they do everything, so it's totally separate from the clients.
All right,
but even if it isn't, it's just such a ridiculous thing because it's like
it's very much overkill, dude. Holy fuck, man!
I can't think of a better way to break the trust of the clients immediately, like because they have to trust that we're going to be fair. You know what I mean? Like in order to like be happy there.
It's like no, if you can't figure it out, then you're just going to have to. You're not gonna fucking pull this shit to try to force somebody to fucking what do you call it? Why can't I fucking confess? I don't know why I couldn't think of the fucking word.
Yeah.
Like no, if you can't prove it, you just got to move on, dude. If you're try harder,
just keep your eyes open, and then like sooner or later you'll figure out who it is. They always slip up eventually.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, let's be real, it's not the biggest issue. The clients can always get coffee when they go out for walks and stuff during the day. Like it's perfectly fine for them to go and spend their own money on a cup of coffee. We do ask that they don't do it after like 5 p.m. or something like that. But it's just one of those things where you're like, why are you making Team Us versus Team them when the whole point of the program is that we work together?
This is the new manager trying to lay down the law?
Yeah, she's the one that doesn't like men.
Fantastic. It should turn out well.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to end well, perfectly well for everybody. I know. I'm glad I'm on vacation for a week. Although it wouldn't probably affect me much, if at all. Like all the clients are going to be asleep when I'm there. I just am glad I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Like hearing about it later. Because we're not supposed to do that. Like we're not supposed to play weird Gestapo Nazi games. Like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking nuts, man.
The beatings will continue until morale improves. There are no innocent people.
All right, well, nobody confessed.
Such a fucking ridiculous situation to go after the guys for, too. I was like... To me, this says... I'm pissed off because the rules were not followed. So it's a direct insult to me that has to be addressed.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I can't let this go.
You can't think that way when you work in a group program.
Yeah,
because
that is so authoritarian, dude.
Because number one, like, you're just gonna be mad all the time because people are gonna break rules. That's just human nature.
Yeah, especially in a program like that, right? Like,
well, oh yeah, they're so infantilized, man. They're not allowed outside between 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. during the night, like, because they can't go outside. Like they're not even supposed to go out in like the backyard and shit at that point in time. And these are like people in their 40s and shit. It's like, of course they're not gonna fucking follow every rule.
Yeah, fuck the rules.
Yo.
Hey, I'm surprised you guys are up this late.
Oh yeah, no, this is the new time. I DM'd you too. I remember sending you a message.
I just thought it was like a one-time thing. I didn't know this is the new.
Oh no,
time.
This is no. So I just was not able to be sleeping at work, and so I got to the point where I'm like, I'm just wasting my time getting like 2 hours of sleep at work, and then coming home and taking long naps. Why not just stay up, and then sleep at home so I can just sleep for like 8 hours in one shot and be like a lot more rested.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Sounds
it's like
yeah,
I'd rather not be graveyard, but I want to get my 8 hours of sleep and not be an asshole all the time.
That's probably for the best.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I won't be up for too long. Just come in, check in, see what's going on.
Oh, all the celebrities are dying, man. Fucking Theo Huxtable and fucking Ozzy Osbourne, the Incredible Hulk Hogan. They're all fucking dying, man. That's what's going on.
I'll be honest. It seems to be like a thing that goes on. Like a bunch of people just die all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's not just one. It comes in like 3s or 4s.
Yep, usually.
It's like it's not. Yeah, you don't just get one death. You usually get a bunch, and within the span of about a week. So it's usually how that goes. But it's been a while.
They don't like being upstage, so like a couple other are gonna try to fucking steal the spotlight by dying.
Exactly.
They're all competing for attention after death. They're like, no, I want the attention.
Very extreme, but you know.
Yeah, that seems to be the way of things. Well, with all the other stuff that happens, kind of weirdly, we got like the whole Vishojo thing going on, which blew my mind.
Oh yeah. I was. We were talking about that earlier. I don't have a lot of sympathy for the people. But I do think that the money that was supposed to go to charity was a big deal. The reason I don't have a lot of sympathy is because everybody knows all these fucking companies are so bad. You know what I mean? It's like, if you knew it was a fucking scorpion when you got in the water, bitch. You know, like...
Well, sort of. I mean, there's a few things to factor in here, and that being that a lot of these people are, most of them are really young, and a lot of them are inexperienced. They have no idea. It's the same thing when you see like YouTubers and all that. And they become like part of like management or whatnot, like corporate or whatever. I forget what it's called. You sign up with a broadcaster. It was the same thing. Like I think.
Like a multi-channel network.
Yeah, those networks and stuff where they would basically just rip them off for most of their fucking profit.
Exactly. So it's nothing. It's just like that, except now we have VTubers, and that's just kind of how these things work. Now I understand where the VTubers are coming from, because one, if you have a corporate thing, you're more likely to get things like training, and because if you do it by yourself, I mean, it's a little harder. But you can get like a multi-channel thing, or not. They are able to make deals. Like for instance, they have these concerts that go on there. And doing it individually is a lot harder for some reason. I'm not sure, but when you're in a big corporation, you get more, attention, more brand
A
deals and
lot
whatnot.
of the people that go with the streaming companies aren't very entertaining from
There
what
is
I've
that
seen.
too.
None of them, very likely, none of them would have anywhere near the size of a following they have now if they did not have somebody like advertising for them constantly.
Exactly. So
Many of
there
them
is
would
a
have
part
had
of
to go
that.
get real jobs. So again, I don't really have a lot of sympathy. It's
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
go
yeah,
get a real job, read the contracts before you fucking sign them. You know.
yeah.
Yeah, what you're describing though, they're not even like contract predatory. Sounds like not even the management guys aren't even sticking to the contract.
Well,
They
with
just pay them
I
their
off.
think what's going on is they're not understanding what they're signing as far as the contracts for the money. The charity thing I think is straight up embezzlement. I think that's a big case.
Yeah,
And the amount of money
Well,
yeah, that's
that they're claiming that they're owed, like they're saying that they're owed that money, but I don't know that that's necessarily true. Because it's one of those things where like the contracts are extremely. These are Japanese contracts too, not American, and so the way that works in places like Japan is different than it is here. So I have a feeling they're not getting lawyers to look over their shit, and they just don't understand that. No, the company doesn't have to pay you that money. They get to keep it if they want, kind of thing.
well, the Japan, yeah, they're shady as shit. I wouldn't trust any talent agency in Japan.
Yeah, Vishojo was
They,
Japan, right? Like I thought that was a Japanese.
no,
company.
it's American. No, it's American,
Oh,
California.
well then never mind. I take that back. My bad. I thought they were Japanese.
Well, the reason why you think that is because they do have a Japan department, the section like an off branch or whatever.
Okay.
But that's kind of its own thing. But that doesn't really matter because the brand has been so damaged with everything that's been happening so far that even on the Japanese side, they left it. The one benefit that comes with VShojo, because with VShojo, they also partner with artists and stuff to create models for people. And when you get them all made, you essentially keep it. While most other agencies, because they paid out the money for it, they get to keep the models. So then and the branding and all that. So with VShojo, you keep your brand and you keep your thing. So there is that benefit. Then when you do become independent, I mean, you don't really have to you get all that you've built up. Like you look at like someone like Gargura, who was with another channel, and when her contract was terminated, her whole thing is gone. Channel, everything.
Oh yeah. Now she's Saba or whatever.
You know, she has to start all over again. On the plus side, she did build up the audience, and most people were able to figure out who it was. So.
Oh well, everybody kind of spread that one on their own because she was actually one of the few that probably could have gotten an audience on her own. Like her YouTube channel Senzawa was actually pretty popular. She just didn't post very often.
Yeah.
But for somebody who posted as rarely as Senzawa did, Senzawa was getting a lot of followers. So I think Gargura would have been successful on her own, every bit as successful on her own as without the company.
Probably if she just had some faith in herself and just did it, which I think that for most independent VTubers. I understand like the concern because it's like now everything's getting flooded with VTubers. There's tons of them now, so it's not as easy to get and popular as it used to be.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like with an agency, although I think that there's no reason why like groups couldn't come together, like or have talents come together as a group and start your own promotional something or other.
Was there like recently a new VTuber company that started that's like somebody was talking about it on some fucking YouTube short that I saw where it was like this weird sort of like, oh yeah, you get to keep your brand, you can come in and join us. The only thing that happens is they help you find more advertising and more sponsors, and then they take a cut of that. So like, stuff that you weren't getting before, they'll help you get more sponsors and stuff, and they won't do anything. They won't change your content. They won't blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, what's going to change your content is catering to what the sponsors expect. This is always how it's always worked. It's how it's always going to work. Whether there's a middleman is irrelevant. Like,
the only one I know of, and I don't even know if they're American or not, but the only one I know of that seems to be, actually committed to the whole freedom and all that stuff is a company called Face Connect, and they have things like Pipkin Pippa, who says the most off the wall shit. She's the one who got in trouble. Who she went on a bit of a rant while playing a game and
Oh
saying,
yeah, there's
like,
always something about her in like the fucking YouTube news going around about like, you'll never guess what Pippa said this time. It's fucking insane.
yeah, well, and that was the only reason she joined Face Connect, because they said, like, yeah, you get to, well, you keep your brand, but also you can say whatever the fuck you want, and she did, and that's always getting her in trouble. Not to mention there was like what was it, something going on in the California riots, and some guy with a gun was tackled by the police, and he was wearing a Pipkin Pippa shirt. It's like, oh god,
yeah. I remember seeing something vaguely about that.
Then there was another one where like it had like a gamer guy in like an episode of not House. It was like some sort of medical show, and the guy was just off the wall crazy, and he was wearing a Pipkin Pippa shirt. So it's like, God damn it! That's twice I'm in the news.
Oof. I don't understand
Yeah.
why people blame like Pippa. Like, 'cause I know like most rational people are like, yeah, it's just whatever. Like, he's a fan. That's nothing to do with her. Like, she's not responsible for the crazy shit this guy did. But like, I don't understand why so many people actually genuinely like try to hold people responsible like that.
There's a lot of people who are big into sensationalism, and they just sort of think, well, if this person does something bad, then you must be associated with it. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure there was a school shooter at some point who was wearing a SpongeBob shirt. No one blames SpongeBob for that. But but this YouTuber, this influencer probably is. Which is a weird thing to hear, because it's like, well, look at all the shit that's going on in California, and a lot of it's tied to that Hassan guy. He's not getting any of the blame. Like, I don't know why.
What about Israel-Palestine? 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 Palestine? Israel-Palestine? What? That's his fucking shield. Every time anything happens, he's just like, Israel-Palestine. And everybody's like, God damn, leave the goblin alone. Stay away from the goblin. It's fucking obnoxious. It's him and like people like Destiny too, who are like openly call for violence. Violence occurs. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I never said that. I fucking you don't care about Israel and Palestine, or whatever the fucking soup du jour is. Whatever the fucking bullshit moral thing of the day that they're making up is that they're gonna fucking wave around to try to get out of trouble.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure why they bother. I mean, their audiences aren't fucking, like, you know what I mean? Their
audiences are mongoloid fucking retards. Like, who cares?
Yeah. It was the one thing that separated Destiny a little bit, is that his audience, that fucking brain dead and just fucking brainwashed. But after that last little thing with everything coming out with him, sending the nudes, whatever part of that audience was left that was still somewhat reasonable is gone. And now the audience is pretty much indistinguishable from what Hassan's audience does.
Yeah.
So that's really the only thing he lost, because he wasn't going to fucking disappear. Everybody was like, oh my god, he's finished. And I'm like, no, he's going to be diminished to a little bit. But yeah, that's really the only thing he lost, was a little bit of an audience. And, having an audience that wasn't considered completely fucking brainwashed. That's really all he lost.
Yeah, Destiny, I do not understand why Destiny is popular. That guy is just a spurg. He's an absolute spurg.
Yeah, but again, dumb people are fools. Like, he's not a dumb guy. Like, he's not dumb like Tan and all them are dumb. But he's not the fucking genius that his fucking audience thinks he is either. So yeah, it's a weird fucking...
Oh yeah, if you ever watch those guys debate, they always lose terribly if you actually have any idea what's going on.
Yeah, well, that's how he came in, is he would obsessively research whatever topic, and then he would like have his fans go and brigade fight with, and get them to come on like immediately without doing research on their own. So he would kind of win that way. But yeah, going up against anybody at prep
thing where he just makes a bunch of points that are unrelated into like change them into things that never actually got discussed or agreed or disagreed.
Yeah, a lot of Yeah, well, a lot of gish galloping too,
Yeah.
where he's just throwing so much shit at you that you cannot respond to it all effectively. Is what he does if somebody actually knows what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all dishonest. It's the
Like
fucking
Ben
shittiest,
Shapiro.
most
Ben Shapiro does
dishonest
that
thing.
shit too, where he just throws out
Yeah.
so much stuff in a row that whether it's related to the topic or not, eventually he's right.
Yeah, and then the other person was like, "Wait, what am I?"
Ah, the Mad Metal Man's here too. What's
I
up,
respond
Mad
to?
Metal Man?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Mad Middleman. Yeah, we were just talking about not we here, me on the gaming stream there. We were just talking about you, wondering where you've been, hoping that everything's going well.
Yeah. We actually checked this time. Last time we're not used to having chat, so we didn't even notice he was commenting. But we were looking out this time.
Violent, absolutely.
I don't have the stream open. But just know people are thinking about you. Hope life's going well. What was it? I'm gonna be falling asleep soon.
But yeah, anybody that talks fast, that's Shapiro as well. Like, yeah, anybody who speaks super fast, you can almost guarantee they're full of shit.
Yeah. Well, my problem with Shapiro is like I understand that he's Jewish, and I understand he's got his own bias and all that, but it's like, dude, every time I see you, you always got like an Israel flag. You're always talking about this shit. I'm like, are you Israeli or are you like an American?
Yeah, he's definitely Israel first. Yeah.
Yeah, like look, I don't mind you having background and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind that, but I'd rather you be pro-American before you're ever that stuff, and that's why it's starting to get a little bit uncomfortable for me. Not that I have anything wrong with their heritage. I'm just saying, dude, just calm down a little. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty obvious where his loyalties lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad Metal has been doing real life stuff, so he's getting back a little bit to the online stuff now.
That's fair enough.
Yep. Sometimes you just gotta get the real stuff done. You can't be on the internet all the time.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, and always welcome to come on, Mad Metal Man, if you want.
My problem with the internet stuff is that like I have work to do, but I need something to listen to in the background because I live with dogs. And my mom's always in the background. She's listening to like global politics stuff, and it's brilliant.
I've been getting a real kick out of Nicholas Diorio's drama streams. It's just a bunch of like he talks about a bunch of dumb people that are hilarious, like and ridiculous. For the most part, like there's not a ton of politics in it. You know, like there's just like the occasional like some little counter political, so it's unavoidable you hear some of it, but you know, like he doesn't know anything. He openly doesn't know anything about politics, so you kind of whatever he says, you kind of just be like, yeah, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
he knows he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's uninformed and a little misinformed, I think, on a lot of shit, or not a lot of shit.
Well, he's intentionally uninformed.
Yeah. It's nice. It's probably the best way to go about shit.
Oh, right on, Mr. Man.
But yeah, it was fun to listen to, and yeah, it's funny. Yeah, he was talking about Dark Viper again, and I'm like, you guys just ignore that guy. Like, there's no reason to. Like,
is he the guy that like
fucking
sues anybody that ever responds to anything he says or something?
Yeah. His concept on fair use is actually so utterly absurd, dude. Yeah, he would strike Chud Logic streams. He struck like 2 of those, which were quite obviously him, reacting to it. Plenty of well within the realm of fair use. But yeah, he's the one that wrote the 14-page manifesto that Ethan Klein always makes fun of. 14 pages.
If at any point what you're writing can be determined to be a manifesto, you should probably stop writing it. Like,
he's a fucking spurt too.
Big indicator he's like that you're probably not meant to be writing whatever that shit is.
But yeah, his audience. Oh my god, dude, his audience is fanatical. Probably worse. I would actually rank his fucking fanatical audience as worse than Hassan or Destiny's.
That's hard.
That bad, dude. I'm telling you. Seriously, I think it's as far as the most narcissistic person on the internet, it's like him and Pirate Software. It's like between those two.
I love Pirate Software, man. That dude ruined his whole career because he didn't say sorry over a fucking party death in the fucking World of
Yeah.
Warcraft.
Dude, he's had a bunch. Apparently, he's had a bunch of shit where if he had just said, "Hey, I messed up," if he had the ability, because he
Oh
doesn't.
yeah. There's a ton of other stuff too, but like that was like the initial one.
Yeah.
That was like the big one that really broke the fucking. Ended up ruining everything else for him too.
Yeah, the one that really hurt him because he's had other shit in the about the other shit. But yeah, all of it could be easily kind of sidestepped by just being like, "Yeah, I fucked up." But again, his narcissism will not to acknowledge any wrongdoing, much less like apologize for it.
I mean, he was on like that therapist guy or whatever on one of his streams, and he was calling him out like, "Dude, that's the most narcissistic thing I've ever heard."
Yeah, that one was weird because Dr. K, I think, right? It was kind of going back and forth. Like he'd press and then he'd back off, and he'd press and he'd back off. Which I guess is probably the way to do it. I guess I don't know how fucking that shit works, but
You know what surprised? This shouldn't surprise me, but it does. And this will circle back to the whole VShojo thing. But I am surprised at how drama, like internet blood sports, can raise things. Like look at that whole "Stop Killing Games" thing. That thing would have failed if it wasn't for Pirate Software and his little drama, his little spats. I mean, if he didn't do what he did, that the whole thing would have been forgotten, and we all would have been like in trouble with well, not really in trouble. We would have had to deal with the whole games being shut down. And the reason why I'm going to circle back to VShojo is because Iron Mouse, when because she was all upset because like $500,000 wasn't given to that charity of hers that she was a big part of. So she did her own thing and set up a new charity link. And she said she'd do a whole charity stream to help raise money and replace what was lost. And before she even got the stream going, because of the whole VShojo drama, they raised over $1 million in 24 hours. And that was because of the VShojo. That was because of the drama. Because VShojo stole $500,000 and then she raised over $1 million. It's like, and that's just because of drama. God damn it.
And I'm not a big fan of Iron Mouse. I actually really don't like her, but like. You can't fucking steal from charity, bro. That's just fucking low. I'm glad that the charity got a bunch more money out of it, but I hope they figure out what's going on with VShojo's, like what's going on with their funds. I bet you somebody's embezzling in the company. There's money that's been going to somebody's account that should have been going to fucking other people.
It can't be like more than one, maybe two people involved.
So from what I've heard, from what I heard with the whole VShojo stuff that's going on, is that when they started, they got like venture capital to start off the company, and they had like $11 million, and apparently they've been and then they've been spending like a motherfucker on things from promotional ads to sort of ads, and
so maybe
they go
were
to conventions.
Spending money that they shouldn't have on stuff they shouldn't have. And ran out
exactly.
of money and been tapping into their fucking earnings that they're not paying people.
Well, and the other thing is that in California, as far as I can tell, that they have there's a very strict law about like paying your employees, and they essentially ran out, and they needed to pay people something. So when this charity money came in, if they were bankrupt or getting close to it, then they used that to pay the employees, and they didn't even get paid the full amount because they actually have a fairly large staff. From graphic designers to web designers to all the other stuff, it was a big deal. Is what they had, and they expanded too much, spent too much money, and we don't even know where all the money went. And then we found out that because they made it very clear that the talent was just they weren't like employees. I forget what the terminology they used. They tried to use a very different terminology, so that way they didn't have to.
Contract employees or something.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was something along those lines. But they used that terminology, so that way they didn't actually have to pay them what they were owed because they're not. It's essentially employees, which means that's how they would avoid the California law. So that's what it sounds like. And today we just found that officially the V Shoujo has been shut down. Doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if it's going to go into legal stuff. They probably will. I know Iron Mouse could probably sue because they apparently they didn't give her what she was owed. She's owed a substantial amount of money. But if the company's done, it's like, what are you going to get from them if they're bankrupt? So I don't know.
You could go after the guy's personal property because there's a good chance he was paying himself and he wasn't paying them.
Could be. I don't know where things are going to be moving forward. The only other problem is that if you start suing, of course you'd have to like give out your name because a lot of these people are all anonymous. It's like, do you really want your name out there? You're going to be a public figure. Like, what's the point in the avatar at that point? Because that was the whole reason a lot of these people became VTubers. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm guessing they're not going to sue. But then again, what's
I think it's all going to depend on whatever initial investigations happen, if any. So the key is going to be, does the guy who ran the company walk away with millions of dollars? Because if that's the case, they should definitely sue, and they probably will if they're smart. Because they can go after his money and say, hey, you don't get to walk away from owing us all this money because you claim that your company's broke, but you have millions of dollars in your bank account. You and your company are the same thing. So if they're smart, they'll go after him and try to take all his personal property too. But if he doesn't have any, then like if it's just completely broke, like he's got no money, they've got no money, or the company's got no money and he's got no money, then there's probably no reason because it just wouldn't be worth it. It just depends on how financially viable it is to go after him. The guy that was running the whole thing.
Yep. Be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't know. This is
what should be the most interesting though is the charity money. That's one of those things where there doesn't need to be anybody suing anybody. That's a criminal issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you raise $500,000 that you never gave to the charity, that's a pretty blatant fraud. Like, it's not really complicated. So that could potentially land in some legal hot water, maybe even jail if they determine
nobody has sympathy
reasonable.
Fucking with charity. Look at it, Ian and Ethan, dude. Them fucking charity over what shape would they be in if they hadn't done that? You know what I mean?
Well, they claim that it was mismanagement of funds and that the costs outweighed the profits, so they couldn't make any money for charity. And so the way they did it, they kind of have a good defense against fraud. But I don't know how the thing was run with Iron Mouse. Presumably it was like a stream where they were just taking donations for the charity. And to take $500,000 from people who are giving it to charity, they think, and then just never give it to the charity, that's really not going to work out the same way. You can't claim mismanagement of funds because there was no cost. You know?
Yeah, for Ian and Nisa, it wasn't really a thing. It's more of how much fucking everybody just kind of hates them now. Because they're, just obviously, dude, because again, Creator Clash 2, like, from what I understand, all those people that influencers, whatever, in the event, they didn't buy tickets and they flew them in. Like, they paid for their fucking trips. Like, a lot of influencers, dude. There's
but
people
you can
that
claim that was an expense of the fundraiser. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. So you can't go after them legally.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Morally,
they're
legally. Pieces of shit. They stole fucking charity money.
Yeah. And none of them people even they didn't require them to promote the event. Like Hassan, Denims, Brogan, fucking. The one boxing trainer guy said there might have been as many as 300 influencers that they flew in, rented out the hotel for, comped their tickets and everything. I doubt it was 300, but there was a lot.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? So yeah, again, not talking legally, but like that, it looks so fucking horrible when you end up losing. when absolutely no money ended up going to charity. Especially when they were using that as a shield against criticism the whole fucking time.
Oh, yeah. Mad Metal Man says influencer is such a disgusting word these days. Agreed. I think we can all agree on that one. That's something you could probably get Republicans and Democrats to both come together on too. Even I think you might get that universal.
Yeah, I feel like all of the rest of us probably should have pushed back super hard as soon as that one word started being used, because now it's ubiquitous and kind of
should have broke out the shotguns. Fucking
yeah.
that shit in the bud.
Yeah, you would say influence. You get a very painful fucking shock or something.
I was going to say it's kind of funny that the number one position that most kids want when they grow up is influencer. It's like, you don't want to be a fireman?
I want to fucking cry. God, that's so sad.
Like, you don't want to be a fireman? I mean, I like to assume that they'll grow out of it, but you never know.
Oh, so gross.
Yeah, no, that's what my son had said for a while, but he also got a job as soon as he was old to get a job. And has worked pretty much constantly, so if he wants to try to do the shit on the side, no problem, dude. As long as he's fucking, making money in the meantime.
What is it Nick Diorio was talking about? Like, he's got a fairly successful channel and a real job.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you just, you don't, unless you're making substantially more money than you need to survive, the kind of money where you could live off of, like, 1 month's wages for, like, close to a year, you're really not in a good position to just not work. Like, you should probably keep your job. You shouldn't, because you never know when the YouTube will go away. YouTube can go away in like a week for no reason, and you'll never be able to get it back, and you'll be fucked. And then you'll be unemployable, like Boogie.
Yeah, again, there's not a lot of people that keep it up long term. Yeah, Boogie's a great example. I mean, that guy was making crazy money for fucking quite a while.
No, he apparently was too fucking stupid to make good money off of it. Like, he didn't do any of the like, most basic things he could have done to make money. He fucked himself real bad that way. He made decent money, better than most people make. But for, like, the amount of money he had the potential to earn, he made almost fucking nothing.
Yeah, like, he didn't really do any other supplemental income streams off of his popularity.
He didn't do, like, the sponsorships or the advertising that he could have. Like, I don't like sponsor fucking reads and shit in the middle of my videos, but I don't fucking begrudge
I get
them.
it.
You know what I mean? I get it, yeah. They gotta fucking make enough money, and they're probably not gonna have a channel forever, so... fucking read that sponsorship on, man. Keep going.
I don't mind the sponsorship reads because you can always skip forward. Now, granted, if it's a live stream, not so much, but if it's a video, you can always just skip past the ads. That's not a problem. What I hate are those ads that run that you can't skip. They're just, like, there.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Yeah. Finally, skip after 5 seconds to 10, 15 seconds, maybe.
If I open another 2-minute fucking video... and have an hour and a half advertisement from some fucking vampire story. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Dude. That stuff is crazy.
Yeah, no, I've mentioned, man, I actually hate whoever the fuck Quinn Talon is, because I've seen so many fucking commercials about him on Pocket FM or whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, I know he's getting picked on. I hope he keeps getting picked on. I hope he fucking dies. Fuck Quinn Talon. Like, that's how bad the fucking ads are for that, and how often I fucking see them.
See, one of the things that I dislike here in Canada, because I'm not the only one that gets this, we get a lot of ads for vehicles, and I know why we're getting the ad. It's because next year we have an EV mandate that comes into play.
Oh,
meaning
are they
that
really going to start pushing that for real? I thought that was one of those things that was like a crack pipe dream. Because it was so fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but that's what they're doing. They're pushing the EV mandate so that way that they're going to stop selling gas-powered cars. They're all going to be EVs, and everyone keeps talking how stupid it is because, for one, there's like barely any charging stations So what are you going to do if your vehicle runs out? Well, that's not our problem. And it's being pushed, and it's like the infrastructure's not set in place. Our systems can't run it. We simply cannot make this work.
Well,
and it's
the
going to
power comes from fucking coal plants and oil anyway. It's not like you're fucking really not burning greenhouse gases.
Yeah. So it's incredibly stupid. But yeah, we're doing this. I think Germany's doing it, and France and the UK. So yeah, a lot of them are still moving forward with it. Even though it's overwhelmingly disliked by the population, they're still doing it, which isn't surprising because that's just how
communists don't give a shit about people. You can all fucking die underfoot as far as they're concerned.
Well, in the case here in Canada, I mean, like our new prime minister there, Mark Carney. I mean, he has a stake in all the EV manufacturers. So every time they sell EVs, he makes money. Which, by the way, which was something that was a big issue because it turns out because we just now found out about the conflicts of interest that he has. Because a lot of people assumed, well, he had one big corporation he was a board on. They said, oh yes, I put my all my stuff into a blind trust, so I don't know what's going on. That's for one company. We found out that he's on the board of directors for multiple companies to the tune of 103. 103 conflict, and each and everything that he's pushing on, he personally benefits from. So the green energy, he has a stake in all those things. From solar.
Fucking green energy is such a lie right now. Like
is,
if you're doing solar energy for your house, it's not terrible. But like the batteries fucking pollute the mining for them as well as the disposal. The production of the fucking solar panels pollutes the shit out of everything. Like, there's no real green energy, man. Like, not really. Everything has a cost. You know, everything has a cost. Now, if I can save money with solar panels, I'm in. But you fucking can't. Like, they just find other ways to price gouge you. It's ridiculous, so...
Well... You need to be able to pay for them first, or you can actually get to go. And if you can't afford to buy them, well, then what good are they? You can't get them. So, but then we're pushing all that stuff. So, like, we have higher taxes, and now we can't get our vehicles. And then everything, like I said, 103 conflicts of interest. Even going to food products, like you want to buy like Coca-Cola and all that stuff, he gets profit off of that. He gets a profit on so many things. It's to the point where. The various different departments of the government said that it's almost impossible to get the staff to monitor all of his conflicts of interest because they usually, if there's like one or two, they can set up various different departments to monitor the goings on to actually make sure that it's not interfering with the prime minister's ability to govern. But 103, there's not enough staff, then there wouldn't be enough paperwork, and there wouldn't be enough power or ability to actually monitor something of this caliber. So there, at this point, we have to trust that he's not, overly, which is impossible. We know he's corrupt.
That's an absurd amount of companies to be involved with. It's an absurd amount.
And if we can't properly monitor that, I mean, can we really say he's looking out for our best interests as prime minister? Obviously, he's not. So we've had prime ministers with conflicts of interest, but we're able to manage them because there weren't that many. 103 cannot be managed, so we don't know what to do. And on top of all that, he might not even be prime minister in the next couple of months because we keep finding, like the last time I talked to you guys, I mentioned that they found 800 boxes of uncounted ballots and a bunch of ballots that they considered spoiled where they found out there was nothing wrong with them. And now that number's gone up. We actually now have like over 1,000 boxes of uncounted ballots, and even more spoiled ballots that are completely valid, and other ballots that were mailed in and then mailed back. So we keep finding more.
Communists don't win elections fairly. Like, that just never happens.
Exactly. So
like Maduro hasn't won a single election. Fucking Winnie the Pooh over in China, he's never won an election.
Of course not. That's not how that
Putin has never won an election. Nobody wants Putin in power. You know, like
Yep.
that's the thing. Like they just lie and they have all the guns, and that's how they win.
Pretty much. So there's various different areas in here that are doing like by-elections, and they're petitioning the courts to go through it. And I know in Quebec they pretty much had all of them come through, so they're going through by-election. They just have to schedule them. So, and in those areas, from what we can tell, from what all the misgivings, it sounds like they're going to lose a bunch of seats over there. And depending on the amount of seats that they lose, it could turn the election, which means, for all I know, before this year is over, we'll have a new government in place.
Dude, I hope so. If you guys are lucky, that would be amazing if it happens. Even if it's just slightly less left wing. You know what I mean?
Well, and some of this might not even matter because, like, we're supposed to get, like, a referendum here in Alberta, so it's like we may become independent by October. And which means, like, if that were to happen, who fucking cares about the rest of Canada? We're doing our own shit.
California's been talking about that now with the quote-unquote ICE kidnapping bullshit.
I mean, they can say whatever they want. I foresee Gavin Newsom getting
California's
arrested.
never going to go away from the U.S. There's no way. They'd be out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I see Gavin Newsom getting arrested long before California would ever separate.
Oh, yeah. Justifiably so. The man has committed who knows how many crimes. I'm hoping that the Obama stuff pans out to an arrest, but I don't think that's very likely because he's an ex-president. And they just have, like, a fucking magical, like, we're not guilty fucking free pass.
Yep. Just got to wait and see on that one. We live in interesting times, and I hate saying that because I want every day to get boring again. Can we go back to boring? I remember being a kid and thinking the world's so boring. There's nothing interesting happening. And now that I'm in my 40s, I'm like, dude, I'm tired of interesting. Please go back to boring.
Yeah, for real.
People always thought, well, a pandemic be kind of cool. People be dying. Nah, it ain't cool.
No, pandemics were not fun. I didn't like being locked in my house for literally no reason.
Yeah, and then we keep getting more about that. Oh my God, we have like a whole department for people who had bad side effects due to the COVID shot, and we have a bunch. They're supposed to send out money to help them and all that stuff, and we have like I can't remember whether it was like 10 million. No, we have more than that. It was something like that. I think it was like 50 million, and they're not paying up.
Well,
I don't know why they're not paying
so
up.
many people are dying early, celebrities wise, where they think they wouldn't have. Like they're all dying of like heart attacks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of young people pass away, which is, oh my God, that's harsh. And the articles that would come out was so stupid. Like they said, the winter cold is killing young people. It's like, what do you mean the winter cold is killing young people? That's what they said up here in Canada. They said that there were articles about the reason why young people are dying all of a sudden because it's the cold is too frigid. But, this is Canada. We have cold every fucking year. How come we've never heard about this before?
Yeah, we've never had this degree of issue with that particular, like, because I mean, people die of cold every year in like winter, like in every country, like that has a harsh winter. Like that's just an unfortunate thing that like get like stuck somewhere and like can't get into, you know, or they go camping or somewhere where they can't get warm. They're in a situation that they can't get warm, but. Like, this is stuff where, like, people are dying for no real other reason other than just, like, it's chilly out. And it's like, oh, yeah, like those kids that were dying at sports.
Yeah, that was the most horrific one. You saw it in real time, just dying on the field.
Random people having heart attacks were, like, professional athletes. And they weren't, like, professional bodybuilders who are, like, all roided the fuck out. Like, those people I get. Yeah, they're fucking... roided up. All the roided up people are gonna die early. That's just how that works.
Yeah. So sad to think about. Now I don't know what the problems are nowadays if people are still having issues I know, like people were talking about having like weak immune systems nowadays. Harsh.
Oh yeah,
I always
I
like,
barely get colds anymore, but everybody else is like fucking out for weeks.
yeah.
You know, and nobody questions it. Nobody's even thinking about it. And it's like I get the sniffles for a day, and then everybody else is like down for a fucking month, and I'm like, how are you not? How does that not make you a little concerned as to why? You know, like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm well overweight. I don't see it all, dude, and I get sick like once every. I've never had a flu shot. Never took the fucking COVID shit.
I used
And
to
I'm
get flu.
totally fine.
I used to get flu shots, but I'm like, I always just sort of stopped after a while and thought, what's the point? I still get the flu. It doesn't really help me anything. And they say, oh well, it helps you over time. Like, I actually get less sick
yeah, same.
nowadays.
I get less sick less often. Same, not doing the flu shots than I did when I got them for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like, I think it's also like a lifestyle because I'm eating healthier, having more greens, eating more
I'm
red meat.
definitely not.
Yeah, me neither.
You have a hard time getting greens into you.
No, I love eating my vegetables, but I also love eating candy. So, like, I'm not eating healthier for sure. Like, that's not an issue, and I'm still also not getting anywhere near as sick as often as I used to when I got those fucking shots.
Fair enough. Just make sure you avoid anything that's red or blue when it comes to candy.
Oh yeah. I remember the red 40 and the blue 5 or whatever I think it is.
Yeah. The coloring. Although, granted, it might not be an issue anymore because they did ban a bunch of those all of a sudden. They're going
Yeah, I
back
think
to.
red 40 is banned, right? I'm pretty sure in California anything that could remotely be used as a weapon is banned. So I'm surprised I'm allowed to even like have a Twix bar. I might stab somebody.
Yeah, I think
the reds taste
when
so nice and toxic. Yes, maybe they do. Delicious toxic red 40. How am I going to make my tongue look properly red if I don't have the red 40? You know.
Exactly. Yeah, I think your guys' sweets are going to be better than ours here because we don't have those bans yet. I say yet because eventually we'll have a new government and then we'll ban all that chemical nonsense.
So, better or worse than Trudeau then? At this point,
Worse. Well, okay.
Really?
I'm going to say, all right. I'm saying that he's worse, but really, he kind of isn't because we know more about his dealings. But that's mostly because it's like, well, I mean, he's not doing a very good job of hiding it. So, but then again, Mark Carney.
Is he at least not praising Chinese dictatorships?
Oh, he's still doing that. He's doing lots of that. Partially because his business dealings with China is pretty well known. Like a lot, the EV cars that he's pushing are all made in China.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, but you also have to remember, like Mark Carney was advising the Liberal Party throughout their entire administration, so he's essentially just like Trudeau. He was pretty much the one gabbing in Trudeau's ear, telling him what to do.
You said that at the same time Mad Metalman typed in, not worse than Trudeau, different side of the same coin.
Yes, yeah. He does everything.
Just different ends of the same shitty stick.
At least with Trudeau, he didn't have all these business. He didn't have like 103 conflicts of interest. He did have conflicts of interest, but he hid it better, I guess. We didn't know about it till after he was gone. Now that Trudeau's gone, we know that he's had dealings with like China. He has dealings with like his family owns a patent on one of the ingredients on all the vaccines. So when he was pushing the vaccine, he was essentially profiting off of it.
Oh yeah, the same thing for all the politicians here. That's why fucking Biden wrote that blanket pardon of like everybody's pardoned for anything they might have done or ever do. You know,
yeah.
The pardon that should be stricken from the record, that you can't, That's not how the presidential pardon is supposed to work, but that's why Fauci isn't going to prison now, you know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he can go to
That's
prison
why
at some point.
Ghislaine Maxwell might get out of prison.
Oh yeah. Might be able to tell all.
Because when Epstein was caught, they offered him fucking immunity, and everybody that was connected with him to have immunity as well. And then, then he suicided, and they went after Ghislaine Maxwell, and it's like, but they'd already promised immunity, so there's a chance that if that gets in front of the Supreme Court, they could let her out of prison.
And that could be, and maybe she's only in prison because it'll keep her alive. Because like maybe
knows?
someone
Might be the safest. It might be the safest place for her. Plus, it's federal prison, which again, it's still prison, but yeah, I don't know if you've ever looked into the accommodations at federal prison. They're not exactly the same as the average thugs.
Oh, she's in a rich federal prison too. Rich people federal prison is like a country club.
Yeah, well, dude, I don't know if they still do, but there were places, there were federal swimming pools. It was fucking absurd to do like a crazy, like ridiculous degree, man. So yeah, you're still in prison, but it's not the same as a regular people prison.
Yeah, we all want to get out of free jail card, Mad Metal Man. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. All right, I had shared a video. I don't know, 4 or 5, sometime within the last stab. I don't know if you watched it, but it was the one about like how being intelligent enough to know what's going on kind of makes you a little bit miserable.
Oh yeah, being smarter than being smarter than the average person is not.
Yeah, good. Just being smart enough to see and recognize what's going on. Because there have definitely been plenty of times when fuck, man, I kind of wish I was too dumb. I kind of wish I was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Blissfully unaware, as they say.
I think,
there was a video kind of going into detail on that. That was pretty interesting. So I just reposted it if you guys are interested in.
Yeah, I've heard it before. I think dumber people are way happier, not because they're dumb, but because they're not burdened by the knowledge of all the horrible things in the world or anything else. It's like poor people have more kids. They're like lower educated and all that. They don't even think about the concerns of raising a family, and then they struggle with money.
To understand why communism is awful.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing, man. People fighting for communism sounds great. You'd be thrilled right now. You're like, oh yeah, everybody wants communism. It's amazing. I can't wait.
I was a communist when I was in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I thought it through, and I realized how it can't work. And dumb people don't bother looking into it. They're like, no, that sounds great. We should do that.
Communism sounds amazing when you don't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true too, man.
When you don't actually work or do anything, it sounds awesome to get a free paycheck. Right. You ever notice all these little communist wannabes? They all fucking expect to be like employed as like an intellectual of some kind. Like none of them are gonna go work at a factory in their minds. So they're like, that's what will really happen.
Yeah, what generally happens when the communists take over? What generally happens? Intellectual. What happens to the fucking the academics and the intellectual? They don't generally fare that well.
No, because they get thrown out on the fucking farms, dude.
Yeah. Nope, we're all farmers now. Remember the Khmer Rouge is like, nope, everybody's farmers. Yeah, those people, they don't want people that are capable of thinking for themselves, even if they're avowing communism. It's like kind of too much of a risk to have the smarter people like that around.
Oh, yeah, I know. You don't want smart people. Smart people fuck you up, man. Commies are good coming from the same crotch weevils that don't know how to do shit. And hire people like me for the most mundane shit, yeah.
I think part of the reason why a lot of them grow in like popularity is because if you break it up by the genders, I think a lot of women really for communism because they see, oh yeah, it's fine and all that stuff. But that's because women's lifestyle is very different
surface
than men.
level logic of it seems fair. Everybody works, everybody gets the same amount of reward. But the thing is, like, you gotta like ignore the fact that not everybody works.
Yeah, or works as hard.
There's a lot of lazy fucks out there that don't do shit, and you know what? They don't deserve the same amount as everybody that does the hard work. And the other thing is, if you literally think that everything just sort of fucking gets invented out of like nothingness into reality, instead of like, oh no, you want to drink that soda, somebody's got to go fucking grow the sugar cane, somebody else has got to fucking process it, and then another guy's got to fucking mix it with all the flavorings that other people have made. You know, like these things have to actually physically be made and created. Like they're not fucking growing out of the ground for free, you know?
Yeah, the competition of capital drives innovation like fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, it makes things actually happen. Things that otherwise might not happen at all, you know? It's like...
Yeah, when there's no real competition to make the best of something, make whatever, you're not going to get the best. Just not. You're going to be like, yeah, it's good enough. Beating with it, so no need to streamline anything. Because that's one thing I didn't think about is it does actually in the long run keep prices down because the companies find the best way and the cheapest way.
Oh yeah, well the reason why colleges are so expensive is now you have to compete with the fucking government for funding it, you know?
Yeah, but yeah, again, it's anytime there's like an adult like past like that, I don't know, maybe the early 20s, that is still an avowed communist, dude. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, I had a friend of mine down in Mexico, like, starting to lean that way, and I was like, think of the laziest person you know. Now imagine that person gets paid the same amount as you for the work they're already doing right now. And whatever they earned comes out of your fucking tax dollars. Instead of you just getting to keep your money, you know, it's like, and everybody else has to pay for that person to get all the same extra money that they didn't work for.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, there are people who genuinely need help, and we should, as a society, help them, absolutely. But there are also a lot of lazy fucks that don't belong, like, that don't deserve any help and should just be left to starve to death on their own because they're fucking wasted space. Like, I'm sorry. You know, I've met a lot of people that just refuse to work, and it's like, well, if you're just not gonna work, then fucking you're gonna die of starvation. You should.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Again, if was the type that like is just I'm just gonna take pride in well done, and all of us are making the same, you know, and everybody's working the same. That would be great. But that's not what humanity is, you know. Maybe in a million years we'll evolve to that state. But yeah, we're nowhere near that curve.
Oh, I know I sure as hell don't want to put in 40 hours of real work so that some other guy who's doing 20 hours of work can get the same paycheck. That would be absurd. Yeah. I would absolutely just stop working. Like, are you kidding me? Why would I bother? What would be the point?
Yeah. Yeah, so even good people are going to... You know what I mean?
Like, I'll stay at my job. I just stop doing all the work I'm doing. I'm going to just do way less work, you know, like everybody else. Like the vast majority of people would.
Why are you going to bust your ass? Yeah, why are you going to bust your ass if you're making exactly the same? The guy that's slacking off and barely doing anything.
Yep. Or like my manager, who's actively turning all the clients against us.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Because somebody drank caffeinated coffee.
Yep.
Yeah, Stabby, if you want to tell the story again, that's fine.
Oh, this is kind of funny. Like, they're not allowed to have caffeine at the program I work at because it's like react badly for like meds and psychiatric issues. And so they found like a coffee spoon in the sink one morning with instant coffee grounds, so they know somebody's got some caffeine that they're not supposed to have. They did a room search where they went and checked everybody's rooms and they couldn't find it. So in her infinite wisdom, my manager says, all right, we're not going to serve any more decaffeinated coffee like we do every morning until the person who's guilty steps forward and admits that they have coffee. And I'm sure you can imagine how well that's going to go.
Yeah, shockingly, whoever did do it did not immediately come forward. Can you imagine?
Yeah, no one's going to come forward. They're just going to fucking... Now it's all the clients versus the staff, and the clients are going to be against us, and also there's going to be like, you know, oh, maybe this guy's a narc, that guy's, you know, they're going to start fights with each other and shit over dumb shit. So, yeah, it's going to be fucking great.
Yeah. It's such an odd mentality. Like, dude, you got to just accept it. Some shit like that's going to happen. As a manager, you can't take it as a personal affront to like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, so that's very fucking egotistic. Very narcissistic.
No, it's definitely not going to work out for them in the long run.
Well, with that, I'm going to head off to bed. I will
Have
talk
fun.
to y'all. Yeah,
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Have sweet maple dreams, little Canadian.
Well, I'm still a Canadian. All right. Good night.
Pizza. But yeah, I couldn't believe that, dude. It kind of works in a family, I guess, sometimes. But yeah, no fucking job.
Even in a family, it's one of those things where it's like you're just uniting the kids against the parents. Like,
yeah.
Punish people
you might
for
as well just
something
wait
you can
until you
prove
figure
that
out
they
who-
did, or just accept that sometimes people are going to get away with stuff and your rules.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, wait for them to slip up and then punish
You
them.
don't have absolute power over anything, so it's like not a big deal.
Yeah, they're gonna slip up. You know, just wait for them to slip up, or let it go if they don't.
You know, we've had clients do heroin, meth, marijuana, alcohol. I think caffeine, like as much as they shouldn't be doing it, I do agree it can really fuck with some people. It's really not as big of a deal as all that. It's really kind of a minor issue.
Yeah, if you saw like a burnt spoon, you know, that might be a little concerning.
Exactly.
They're very concerned.
If we had another guy doing heroin again. We had a guy that just kept getting the full fucking kit. Like, I think we busted him 3 times and he had a full set of paraphernalia for heroin. Like the syringe,
like the full rig and
the whole
everything.
thing. Yeah, he kept getting it again and again, like all the stuff. And we're like, where are you getting the money, my friend? Like, how are you getting stuff over and over? Because it was like in the space of a month, and they don't get a lot of money.
Yeah, addicts are. Yeah, they find.
But he's at the house like 90% of the day.
Yeah, no, they'll play dead. We can play dead. Some of us are very patient. For an addict, I was pretty patient. I could play it cool for quite a long time. Yeah, up until like the withdrawal actually started, I could be pretty fucking. I could act like you know. So he's probably that type.
Yeah.
One of the patient addicts. Probably the worst to fucking deal with, I'm sure.
Well, it wasn't the patience so much as the fact that, like, syringes and heroin and the spoon and the lighter, those things all cost money that he theoretically didn't have access to. So, how was
that
he
is a big
funding the
mystery.
money?
Like, did he have family or something that was giving it to him?
We don't know.
Yeah, that's fucking
If
crazy.
we knew, he wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I'm just kind of wondering out loud, too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
somebody had to be, you know what I mean? It had to be something like that. Either that or he's just jacking shit like the 10% of the time you're not seeing him. And selling it off and getting the fucking egg and all that shit. he's very
He was pretty
very
damn
efficient
good.
with his time.
He was
Yeah, very efficient
good
with
at
his time. From what you're describing,
it. Yeah.
that guy could
We did have a
compartmentalize like
blind
crazy.
guy that would trade his medication for drugs. He had worked out a system where, like, he would leave his fucking... He would cheek his meds so that he wasn't taking them. He'd just keep them in his cheek. And then he would
I'm
drop
familiar.
them in a specific place in the fucking garden next to his window. And the dealer would come by, pick up his fucking meds, and then fucking leave the drugs for him there. The whole system was worked out that way. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, well, if you think about it, I mean, drugs, make them work their way into prisons for.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, drugs get into prisons all the time. That's true.
So I imagine, the people there. I assume there's at least some of them that have been in prison or jail before
Oh
on
yeah.
occasion.
Oh yeah, plenty of them. Oh yeah, if we ever, when we call, so like if somebody takes off without permission, they just like take off, or they're late coming back from an outing or something. A lot of times licensing will require that we like contact the police within a certain period of time. Like we can wait, because people are late, and we understand that like not every time they're not always running on, but sometimes it's like, well, it's been 3 hours, you have to call the cops.
Yeah.
And so, we'll do that sometimes, and it can get kind of silly, but, everybody in the house will be tense as fuck for, like, the next day or whatever. Whenever the cops come over, if the clients are all awake when it happens.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All freaking out.
They all do. They get freaked out and fucking tense and nervous and shit. A lot of the cops are fucking psychotic when it comes to like how they deal with the mentally ill clients, and even when they know.
Oh, right. Yeah, especially I assume they get pissed when they're having to deal with the same kind of group too, right?
Yep.
Like if they've been called out there multiple times, I'm sure.
I think the one instance that I've probably talked about it before, but it was probably the funniest fucking instance where I worked is we had a client come in one night. I come in to start my evening shift. Me and the evening guy are doing our crossover. And about 5 minutes later, one of the other clients comes and knocks on the door and says, "Yeah, the new guy just fucking left. Like, homie just walked down the street and he's gone." And we're like, "Well, thanks for letting us know." And went and did a quick check on the house, and lo and behold, dude was gone. Still had to check either way before we called the cops. But it was like the first night he was there, and so we called the cops. We're like, "Yeah, he just took off like first night. We think it's because the second he was out of a locked facility, he was done, and he was ready to go. So he waited until neither of us was on the floor because he probably thought we were like gonna tackle him or something. Even though we're not allowed to touch the client, so if they want to leave, they can just leave. We can't stop them. We call the cops. The cops will bring them right back, but we can't physically do anything. But yeah, the cop goes over to the fucking neighbor who's sitting on his fucking stoop. It's like a little 1 foot concrete block in front of the door. It's like barely a fucking porch, like even thing. And yanks him off the ground and puts him up against the wall. And he's like, "Is this your client?" I'm like, "No, it's my fucking neighbor. What are you doing?"
Wow, holy fuck, dude. That's insane.
It was absolutely fucking bonkers because he had, and the client we had, I specifically said he has long hair, shoulder length. And this dude had hair down to like the middle of his back. I'm like,
also, why wouldn't you ask that?
Our client had black hair. This guy had brown hair. They were wearing different outfits, and he still like went over after this guy, and he's like, "He's right here," and I'm like, "No, he's fucking not, you lunatic."
Yeah, that's yeah. Like, why wouldn't you say, "Is that him?" Like before you go fucking grab somebody. What the fuck, man?
It was
even
bizarre,
if you
that was just
even if you weren't listening to the description. Like, what the fuck, man?
1 out of like 10 cops that I've had to call was like reasonable as a human. So a lot of them were just real fucking weird or like super fucking aggro, like I'm a god and you
aggro-authoritarian.
should bow at my fucking feet like attitude. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm going to abuse the hell out of my power.
I think it's
Go
being
well beyond my power.
I think it's being like left in a lefty small fucking city. You know what I mean? It's just something about that just does
Right.
not like they're not hiring the best and the brightest. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, look what happened in Portland. Like, they had to lower their standards like crazy. Because, again, the authorities, like the government, was essentially, basically antagonistic police force. Like, no, just let them get away with everything. Fuck it.
Oh, New York is looking
So,
at a
yeah, all
potential
the good
police
people live
exodus
somewhere
if that
else.
fucking commie idiot gets voted into the city than the mayor in the mayor's office, the mayor of New York City.
Oh, yeah,
The police in New
the
York are
Muslim
like, we're just gonna fucking walk if he's in. We're out, all of us. I mean, probably not all of them, but the vast majority of them are ready to just fucking leave.
Yeah, yeah, don't fucking blame him, dude. He's literally like, yeah, no, I'm still totally endorsed the defund the police thing.
Yeah, Mad Metal Man. I think it's as we shift more and more towards communism, and as we shift away from like reasonable laws, like more and more laws are making less and less sense. So like decent people are less likely to become cops now. I think that's a big part of the problem.
Yeah,
And now the
yeah, when
cutting
they
of the
can't
wages
effectively
is
do their
making it
job.
like skyrocket as fast. It's going way worse now. It's like gaining speed on the way down. It's like the cops are becoming fucking insane. But that's like how communist fucking dictatorships work. They
less
get
able to
shitty
do the job.
cops.
Yeah, it's like they're going to be less capable of doing the job.
Yeah, everything
But that's what's
started
gonna happen.
going bad when they stopped doing foot patrols.
Right.
You know, cops used to do foot patrols through neighborhoods, and that's what they need to go back to.
Yeah, they used to actually interact with people in the neighborhood. Shit.
Yep.
Beyond just pulling them over or coming over for domestic disturbances. Shit.
Making police their own fucking communities.
Yeah. Like most cops don't live in the fucking where they fucking work nowadays. Yeah.
That used to be a big thing, as police were in their own communities a lot of the time. I think we need to go back to that. You know, it's like.
Yeah. And the good cop should not be covering for the bad cop. Simply
Well,
line
it's not so much good cops. So a lot of that stuff you see on TV is bullshit. Where the cops are good cops covering for bad cops. A lot of the police that are getting fired that shouldn't be getting rehired or shouldn't have been cops in the first place are
right
because of police.
They're still
unions.
in the union.
The police unions are doing a lot of the heavy lifting there. There is some of the old boys club in some police stations for sure. It's not like that never happens. But the biggest problem is the police unions are not allowing the good cops to get rid of the bad cops, because a lot of times they know who they are.
Yeah, it's like a good cop and a bad cop. They're all paying the same.
Oh yeah, police definitely shouldn't be able to investigate themselves, Mad Metal Man, 100%. We need to deprivatize prisons too. Those need to stop being privatized. That should be being run by the taxpayer dollar. And they need to have more of a push for reforming the. I think they need to do better when it comes to what kind of prisons we have and people that are in them. I think there needs to be like a psychiatric prison for people that are just genuinely fucking bonkers. And that needs to be separate from like a regular institution for people that are just insane and can't be like, they're not safe. Like they might hurt themselves or something, but they're not like psychotically like serial killer fucking dangerous. They're just schizophrenic or something. I think they need to have like that to be separated out as well. But like you don't need to put the junkies in with the murderers and the rapists. You know what I mean? Like put the murderers, the rapists, the people that are doing like serious assaults. Put those people in one prison and put the junkies and like the thieves in another prison, and work on
the violent versus nonviolent.
In a way, yeah, violent versus nonviolent crimes. And sex offenders, you just dump them in a big wood chipper at the back, and you don't have to worry about prisons for them.
Yeah, one strike and you're out.
I'd be fine with that. If you molest a child or you rape a woman, you just go right into the wood chipper. You just be done.
Considering the recidivism rate is, from what I understand, very high on that type.
Oh, the prisons in Texas are probably the same as the prisons everywhere, Mad Mellow Man. They're all fucking insanely bad. So fucking bad. And then a lot of the prison guards, we need to change the standards for prison guards because a lot of them are fucking psychos. Like, stuff wrong with those people.
Yeah, I remember talking to the guy. I'm like, so do the prisoners fuck with your guards? No, not really. It's more the other way around.
Yeah, the guards will fucking harass and bully and beat the prisoners up all the time, dude. It's fucking nuts. Or they'll fucking be the ones selling them drugs.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them are smuggling shit in.
Oh, yeah. You can find videos of prison guards and sheriffs that work jails and stuff getting busted.
Yeah, women should probably not be allowed to be male prisons for a couple of reasons, at least a couple of...
Oh, God, there's a lifer in prison for murder who has a secure spot in the butcher's shop there. Yes, no, that is a fucking ticking time bomb, Mad Mellow Man, 100%. That's fucking terrifying. Let's give this guy a knife and let him cut meat. Can't go wrong with that.
But yeah. Well, I guess, I was thinking about the women thing because like hooking up with prisoners. But I guess it's not that often that it's that fucking crazy.
That's so weird. I work in mental health and I've worked here for about 20 years at this point. And I gotta say, we've yet to have any truly inappropriate male relationships with female clients. But women have slept with clients on several occasions.
Yeah, it's so fucking weird because you'd think it would be the opposite, right?
Yeah, there was a guy who was the maintenance guy, but he was an ex-client that we hired, and he had a girlfriend at one of the programs.
Right.
So it's like, well, that's not really inappropriate. He doesn't work directly with her, and he doesn't have any real authority over her of any kind.
Right.
So that wasn't really like a big issue. It was just sort of like, all right, well, be careful, kind of thing. But the number of like female counselors and stuff who have direct authority over male clients who would then end up sleeping with and having sex with those clients is insane to me.
Yeah. God damn, man. So
also, like,
weird.
Why would you do that and not expect that you're going to get caught? Like, of course they're going to fucking tell everybody.
Right.
I mean, they're not going to tell us. But
yeah,
they're
the guys
tell each other, and we're going to hear it sooner or later.
Yeah. Get the hook up with the dude with impulse control and expect him to keep the secret.
Yeah,
it's a winning strategy.
Oh, and a lot of these guys, like, smell like piss and look like homeless people. So I don't even know what the fucking draw was in the first place. I'm like, girl, you're like a 6 or so, but like you're not the most attractive one, but they're certainly not like horrendously ugly or something.
Yeah,
you
they're not super
way
hot.
Better at any bar you wanted to go to.
Yeah, that's what's weird about how many more female teachers are hooking up with kids in fucking like junior high school and elementary school.
Yeah, that's weird to me when it's like a little kid and you're like,
Yeah, yeah. Remember the one here, Brittany Zamora, that was up in the Phoenix area or whatever, was hooking up with a 13-year-old and was
yeah,
having an 11-year-old be a lookout.
that's crazy to me. Like when I was in my 20s, just the idea of hooking up with a 12-year-old, like that's a little kid, man. 13-year-old,
Yeah,
that's like fucking.
yeah.
They're still out there trick or treating for fucking Halloween candy. You know what I mean? Like that just would be gross to me. Like they probably don't even know how to keep their fucking junk clean at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like guys and girls both, like 13 and 14-year-old boys and girls, like they're not even cleaning their fucking crotch right. And you want to go and fucking sleep with them? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, yeah, and dude, I couldn't believe it because the bitch, that one, Brittany's somehow got the minimum, despite how blatant and how long. Fucking statement right before sentencing was pretty fucking disgusting. Yeah, and then her lawyer after the sentencing. We're not talking about a child. We're talking about a teenager. 13, barely a teenager, still very much a child, and she actually said that. We're not talking about a child here. It's a teenager. And he was very aggressive.
where the fucking lawyer was trying to blame the teenager for seducing the teacher.
Yeah,
That shit was
because he was
hilarious.
aggressive. Yeah. And she got the minimum after that. Well, the lawyer thing happened after, but she only talked about the 13-year-old. She didn't talk about the 11-year-old.
I got so close, but so far, man. I had a high school teacher hit on me after high school, but not in high school. She waited until I was like 18 and a half or so, you know?
Yeah, creepy, but again.
Oh yeah, I didn't want to hear that bedtime story from Grandma Professor. But
but yeah, like I said, Zamora just only talked about the one kid that she was actually fucking, and again, she was having an 11-year-old be a lookout, and it was showing the 11-year-old porn. So it was pretty obviously like grooming that
victim,
one.
Yeah, for like more victiming.
Yeah.
And they only gave her the minimum. That was pretty shitty. But the pussy pass, the pussy pass is so
gross.
real, man. Women don't get anywhere near the same consequences for their actions as men do when it comes to like legal ramifications. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking gross. I don't know that I don't know. Can you legislate that out? It doesn't seem like it. Because judges have they impose the sentences, so I guess like they still need that discretion.
Well, okay, so there's a discretion in the sentencing. I don't know how you would legislate that, because like I know they've legislated out like a discretion in pay. Like if you can prove that you're getting paid less because of your gender, like that there's somebody else who's doing the same job as you and they're getting paid more because they're like the other gender, that could be actionable. I don't know how you would write that for like prison sentences.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, because again, obviously there's a pretty lot of
molesters, and they might both get vastly different sentences. So it's a tough one.
But yeah, I mean, if you look at the stats, there's very obviously a pretty fucking severe discrepancy.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying, though, it becomes because there's already
Yeah, it's a tough thing to. I don't know how you fix it, other than like I don't know. You have to train them or something. I don't know, like point it out. Like
you got a James Bond. Yeah,
these should be similar.
You know where they like in the new James Bond movies, they had the one person go in and make him fall in love and then like fucking betray him. They gotta James Bond all the judges so that they're fucking like bitter and angry at women, so they'll
they just hate all women.
More likely to have like sentences be the same.
Yeah, you gotta constantly have women breaking the judges. Then it'll get closer. You remind me of one of my exes.
Yeah, you only hire
Yeah.
angry, bitter divorcees for fucking divorced people for judges. Yeah, then you get a lot more like realistic family court cases being solved more realistically. Like, there's one I think that could use some legislation. I do think that primary custody, unless there can be proven abuse, like proven as in like somebody's going to jail for it.
Right.
Whoever the most
should be
financially capable of parent is the one that gets custody. Primary custody.
Yeah, or have equal time.
Oh,
One
and
week
any
on,
other,
week off,
if there's
off.
always equal time. I think that should be another thing. Like, there should be no question. Unless the parents choose to do differently themselves. Like, if they're both in agreement.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, we want to let them just stay with the mom all week long and go to school in the same place. Or the dad or whatever. Like, that's fine. Like, if the parents want to do that and they both agree and it's not acrimonious, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's no other...
Oh, hey, have a good night, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
So
we will do our best to notice you in the future.
7 p.m. or no, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard on Thursday nights is when we start.
Yeah, 8 to 11.
Yeah, 8 to 11. We're about ready to stop here ourselves in a few minutes.
Oh, shit, it is 11.
Yeah, my bladder was telling me, I was like, oh, I gotta pee.
Yeah. All right, yeah, you want to just call it?
Yeah, I think we've probably covered everything we're going to cover about any sort of current event stuff, so we'll have to come up with some new stuff for the next one.
So all the people watching, which would be Mad Metal
Man,
appreciate you stopping
the only one.
To the ones of people out there watching, the one of people, we appreciate you stopping by, Mad Metal.